Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to Slice and Dice with a very special first ever collaborative stream. Joining me tonight, as you can see from left to right, we've got Colin from Family Fantasy RPG. We've got Tom from Dungeon Masters Workshop. We've got Mina from Mad Hat's Cats. We've got Scylla from Aqua Otter, whose video isn't working. We've got myself. And finally, of course, we've got Kerry from Tabletop Crafter. Hello, everyone.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
That's where I do a quick test looking to make sure everyone can be heard through stream. Yes, they can. So good. Thank you, chat, for bearing with us as we got everything set up, ready to go. The title of tonight's game is Adventures in Salon. I can't tell you much about it other than I'm wearing a partial costume. That's all I can tell you. So over to our DM for this evening, over to Colin. Thank you very much.
Well, hello and welcome. Yes, so this is going to be a one-shot in a world I made with Wildspire Miniatures called Solon. So before we get into the actual game setting and everything, let's introduce our players so they can tell you who they are and what they do. Let's start with Tom.
Hello, I am Tom. I am the better known on the internet as Dungeon Masters Workshop. I draw and write pop culture inspired nonsense for 5th edition. You can find it at dungeonmastersworkshop.com.
Hi, I'm Kai or Mina from Mad Hat's Cats. I do a lot of digital art and a lot of sewing work, cosplay stuff. Find me on Instagram at Mad Hat's Cats if you want to see more of my stuff.
Yeah, I'm Aqua Otter Illustrations, mostly on Instagram. I have a Facebook too. So search Aqua Otter Illustrations to find me there. I do a lot of D&D portraits and artwork related to D&D.
My name is Jack. I'm the host of Slice and Dice, and sometimes a dungeon master and sometimes player as well. When I'm not doing that, I am a voice actor. Great. Finally.
Yeah, I'm Kerry, Tabletop Crafter on like everything, but I only really use Instagram, sometimes Facebook. I make dice bags and scrunchies, and currently many face masks. Surprise. I also stream in another D&D game called Roll for Mischief on Twitch.
Oh, who streamed last night as well?
Yes, we did.
Thanks for the plug. We appreciate it.
All right.
So, like you said, my name's Colin. I go by Family Fantasy RPG. I kind of have two projects in the community right now. The first one is a children's 5e RPG that's on Drive-Thru RPG for $5, making more adventures for that. It's called Fairies of the Mistglade, trying 3 age-based tiers, introducing kids slowly to 5e mechanics. And then my other project is this with Wildspire Miniatures. Basically, he is a buddy of mine, and he started making miniatures out of China, and he said he wanted to add some content, and we came up with this world. Kind of peeked into the Planescape lore with Elysium and the Cardinal races. So if you like Planescape, hopefully you like some of this stuff. So now we'll go ahead and get into the world, and I'll describe a little bit, and then we'll get into our session.
That's amazing. So just very quickly, I'm so sorry, Colin, to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
When you're talking about Planescape, that's so weird because the second campaign we just started on YouTube, plug, is also in the Planescape setting. So I was just like, I've got to say something here because otherwise the guys who are watching this are going to be mad at me for not mentioning it. Yeah, I'm
very
totally
cool.
on board. Let's do this.
Awesome. So what we have here, Solon, is a world caught halfway between Blessed Fields of Elysium, if you know, that's the idyllic plane of absolute neutral good, and the material plane. The forces of good, led by the Sun Guard Paladins of Pelor, must be ever ready to defend the nations of light from the darkness that encroaches across the barrier sea to the south. This continent you see right here, Sol Ramon, is the main continent for the campaign as of right now. The starting city being Boiler Bay, which is where our story today will take place. It's called Solrimon for the Solrine Forest Canopy, which surrounds Firefly Grotto, the major elven empire. But let's go into a little bit more about Boiler Bay. Let me All right. So, the large port contains a semicircle platform with 6 long piers extending out into the open, unprotected harbor. There are large mechanical devices made of giant wheels connected via thick rope along the piers, a unique sight compared to other ports on this world. Also in this area are large storage and processing facilities, as well as slum housing that expands to the base of the cliffs. Surrounding the central market area containing the large free market, the Sun Guard here are charged with protecting Boiler Bay from the strange creatures that occasionally pull themselves out of the water. The next section is called the Hills. It contains kind of the middle class and majority of residences with modest housings along the roads that switch back up the incline. There's a general, mostly peaceful rivalry between the East Hills and West Hills. Think kind of like, soccer moms and football teams and stuff. And they rarely ever venture over from one from the other. And then as you get to the top of this plateau, there's these high cliffs along the whole continent are broken here for the harbor, but they still go up the side at the incline at the hills, and at the top you're at the plateau that kind of flattens out to the continent beyond. The plains above the cliffs, the grass coverage is full and bright and green. The Imperial District consists of another semicircle layout of large houses and some mansions, as well as many institutional buildings such as the barracks and training facility for the Imperial Guard, the University, Temple to Pelor, and the Arcane Institute. The large 2-story council building in the center of this district is intricately designed with marble brick exterior and smooth marble pillars. This building is well guarded as it also acts as the gate to the Imperial Palace, located at the tip of the cliff protrusion overlooking the harbor Boiler Bay area. The Imperial Palace is made of similar marble brick covered in spreading ivy with meticulously landscaped grounds and blooming flowers and privacy hedges. Protecting this district is a large wall of marble and wood with metal bracers and hinges for the large doors of stone and iron, with the metal insignia of Boiler Bay on the left door, which is a lighthouse, and the Thornbull family crest, which is like a bull skull with a spear head kind of sticking out the top of it. Beyond the walls are flat green plains that expand in all directions, fading in the dotted tree line miles out. So, you guys have been, level 3, for those who don't know. You have been here for a while, and you have come, all of you, what you have in common is you joined the Last Hope, which is the Mercenary Adventurers Guild here. The Last Hope has gained reputation through some of the groups of past that have gone on to work at the Sun Guard, and even one that has ascended into Elysium. It's a very respectable group and organization, and it's kind of charged for, the Sun Guard takes care of just a very specific thing. The town council and the royal family trust the Last Hope to take care of stuff around town. Commissions can be made by the government or the royal family, or private commissions as well for quests through the Adventuring Guild. Tonight, it's been a little slow. You guys started really strong. You are the lowest group of 5 groups on the board. You had a really good rush of initial quests, but for the last week or so, it's been pretty slow. Apparently, one of the higher-up groups has returned from a longer mission, and they're kind of clearing out some of the shorter adventures, and have left you kind of sitting around for a little bit. You made.
Oh, hang on, have we lost you?
Uh-oh.
No.
No.
What did we make?
Colin, come back.
We made
Where's he gone?
something.
We actually
This is
made
fun.
this city. That's
Yeah.
what we made.
Wow,
built
I've
this
been here
city.
a long time then.
On rock and roll.
So okay, well, that was an unexpected interlude. But while we try and fix that, why don't you guys let's go ahead and introduce our characters a bit, I guess. So.
Money up.
Oh wait, he's back.
Oh,
Yay!
We lost you.
Okay, you can hear me fine?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can
We can
now.
hear you.
Yeah.
You've lost video my end on Roll20, but that might just be
Yeah.
my end.
No, it's here.
Let me see if I can
Same
refresh
here.
it here. I've lost all y'all's video too, but it's coming back slow.
Hey,
there you are.
go.
hey.
I'm sorry, you were about to say we were bottom of the leaderboard, and one of the
Yeah,
big new ones. Came
Big
back
groups come back and hoovered up all the jobs.
Yeah, so you kind of have some downtime. You check back in every morning and wait for something to come your way. But you've decided to spend part of this day hanging out with Bone Sun, an acquaintance you've met along the way. Bone Sun runs a warehouse out of the Harbor District. Very legitimate, above board. Actually, his Google rating would be 5 stars. He's pretty good, pretty well known. But at night, they push all of the leftover storage and transport materials to the side, and they turn the warehouse into kind of a speakeasy. It's not illegal or anything, but very much a tavern setting. And there is, of course, if you're named Bone Son, you got to have a bone pit fighting ring. So let's take this there, and they'll kind of get into story. So if I bring y'all with me.
Ooh. Maps.
Oohs and ahs is how we enter the inn, because we're the bottom of the leaderboard. We're impressed by everything.
Yeah.
All right. So it's late in the afternoon. Sun's starting to go down, and you've been sitting and talking with Bone Son, having some drinks and enjoying the atmosphere. There hasn't been any fighting in the fighting ring yet. Bone Son is sitting around, telling you a little bit about. He trusts you guys now. He's talking a little bit about how he's made his reputation, and he's talking about these guys. You see, what you got to do if you really want to get the good stuff, the good way in, is you got to bribe the lighthouse people. They're the ones that really control the flow in and out of Boiler Bay. So if you get control of them, you give them find out the favorite chocolates, the favorite pastries, and that's how you get front of the line when it really gets busy and packed up here. So while he's telling the story, why don't we go around and introduce the characters and describe what you are?
I am a Kuo-Toa cleric. A Kuo-Toa is sort of a half fish person, and my name is Kipper. I have come to the surface world on mission to spread the good word of my tribe's deity, Dagon, who is, Kipper thinks he's just great. Kipper loves him. Kipper thinks he's a very good and benevolent god, because why would he think otherwise? No one's ever really explained it to him. Dagon, also known as the Stygian Lord of the Abyss, but they get these nicknames. It's fine. Kipper is a cleric with a spear and some informational pamphlets.
And a good boy.
He's a good boy.
So Maybell is a Sheepkin barbarian. She carries around hammers, drums. She has bells jangling constantly from her form. She was self-sent on a mission to prove her own strength for her herd before she returns, and she somehow got beautifully adopted by this wonderful group who tolerates her idiocy.
Aqua is an Otterfolk bard, a little bit under 5 feet tall. She has been traveling the world looking for new ways to bring life to her artwork.
Very nice.
That's
sorry.
very cool.
Yeah.
So I'm playing Sibs. Sibs is a Lupinal rogue, so he's essentially looks like a Siberian husky. We've established a foot taller than everyone else in the group. That wasn't like a decision after I'd known everyone else's heights. That was before I knew everyone's heights. He's like over 6 feet. He heralds from further south of Paylor and isn't used to kind of the whimsical kind of the light and I'd say the just bubblier nature of most of the residents of Paylor. He's a lot more cynical and he's had a much tougher time of it. He's seen things, man, and it's made him a bit kind of grizzled and hard-boiled, and he probably puts up with the least amount of crap from Maybell out of everyone.
Well, I'm playing Baagsy. Baagsy Woolsworth, also known as the boss. He is the don of the local mafia group in town. The mafia is mostly made up of other sheep. A lot of them less developed as he, And on that note, he, unlike the other people in this party who have, evolved over the years and, have learned to walk on two legs.
You can say names.
No, I mean everyone. Everyone who is in the party have all, evolved to be like somewhat anthropomorphic. Baagsy is just a sheep. He walks on four legs. He looks like a sheep. He doesn't have hands like he has. Don't ask how he uses his weapon of choice. He's all about getting revenge and making deals with people on the day of his daughter's wedding and all that kind of stuff.
Hitting all the stereotypes.
Exactly.
Leaves human heads in people's beds.
Exactly.
All right, I feel like I should give y'all a few more descriptions.
Hmm.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's see if I can find them. I thought I had everything.
Silly, you're here.
Yeah.
Welcome. So this warehouse, there's boxes and crates stacked and organized against the walls. The central area is clear of goods. Currently, there is a small crowd huddled around the circular platform about 30 feet in diameter. Chain link fencing encircles the platform, and hopefully just for effect, there are bones of various sizes affixed to the fence. You guys, the second level, there's stairs leading up to the second level, and there's more, there's like fancier seating and kind of a private seating area off in the corner. And there's also Bone Sun's office, which is right there on that second kind of loft type floor. So as Bone Sun's telling the story, he notices that you guys aren't as energetic or anything as you usually are. So he says, so what's y'all's deal? You guys just hanging around here lately? What's up?
Kipper, sort of idly eating from a bag of kelp snacks, is like, well, I mean, the work just doesn't seem to be here. We were doing so well, and I very much respect that new group that's come back into town, but golly, I just wish we had some work.
Oh, well, maybe I can help you out there. So, I need to make my disclaimer because obviously my accent just changed. I love doing accents. They change wildly. I can't control it. So it's going to be a ride, and I hope you guys have fun with it. So
yeah, sometimes mid-sentence.
So completely mid-sentence. So I got a buddy. His name's Joran. He should be here any minute. And actually, you hear a cough, and sure enough, a guy is now standing right there. None of y'all really notice him come up the stairs or anything. The human male before you is short, standing around 5'5", so I guess not short to you guys.
Towers over most of us.
Yeah, most of you. Shaggy light brown hair and a solid 5 o'clock shadow. He's wearing a black turtleneck shirt and khaki pants. You find yourself having to re-examine his features as they are oddly forgettable with no striking physical features. Just pretty plain Jane. And he says, I didn't know there was going to be a crowd, Bone Sun. He says, oh, these guys, I told you about these guys. These guys are great. I think they might be able to help you out.
We do very much enjoy helping people.
He kind of looks you guys over and looks at you guys have been given cloaks that represent the last hope, and so it's a form of stature. And he sees your cloaks, and you see him very pensive at first. He says, "Man, I don't like working with people, and these guys are official." Bone Sun says,
"No, he's.
I ain't no people."
Yeah, I'm the only fish. Don't worry.
Smells a bit fishy in this group now. Bone Sun goes,
he like
no,
sniffs an armpit.
He goes,
he's like,
when I told you about the pirates that we got back at, this is the group. They're very good. Just tell them what you need, and maybe they can help you out. And he kind of sighs and says, all right. So, I've been promised a fantastic amount of gold by a friend of considerable reputation and wealth to complete a rather unique task. I've done the needed research, and man, I know when to admit when I'm gonna need a little help. I usually don't take jobs that require freaking teammates, But like I said, fantastic amount of gold here. So here's the deal. This friend, he went out and fell in love with some young tabaxi girl working nights in some bar here in the Harbor District. You know the story.
Aww.
They've been hanging out for a bit, and Mr. Big Shot wants to take it to the next level. Get this. This girl tells him he has to get her one of the golden roses from the Imperial Garden as a sign of his affection. Talk about a tease, make it improve some sort of ability or stature. Well, needless to say, his stature allows him to afford guys like me who have the ability. People like him can't be publicly linked to people like me, so there's some risk involved here on my part. I'm going to be the one getting locked up here if I get caught, so there is that. Now, what you guys could do is just some well-timed distractions, all innocent and coincidental like. Not just the guards either. There's constantly groups touring the garden that I got to manage as well. You guys get in there, put on your pretty faces, ask silly questions about the plants and flowers and herbs and whatever, and I can do the rest. You do that, I'll give you 350 gold pieces.
But I could do that
Aw.
myself, and I just kind of jangle around.
Kipper is very excited about the concept of that amount of money. Coming
Is it
from a religious background, he's never really had material wealth, so he's thrilled.
I mean, you did, but then you bought pamphlets.
I did spend all of our adventuring gold on getting pamphlets printed. Yes.
Oh,
So,
I think we're muted.
Baagsy, he doesn't sit on a chair. Oh, am I?
He's just on the ground.
Shouldn't be.
oh, you're at the back now. Sorry,
It's not
you
muted.
started speaking, and I
I
didn't
did
hear anything.
speak. Is it? But it's working now.
It's good.
Yeah, we
It's
can
working now.
Okay, weird. Yeah, Baagsy not sat on a chair, just stood, sort of can't actually see over the table. He's just sort of stands there on his four legs chewing. And then just says, "I presume that's 350 each, right?"
Joran jumps back. What the? This sheep just talked.
Yeah, it's a badass, man.
He's looking around the group, seeing if there's one of you that's like controlling the sheep with a voice. Like if it's someone like doing like a sleight of hand thaumaturgy or something. And he looks around, he doesn't see anything, and he looks at you. Are you just like staring at him?
Yeah, I just blink and continue chewing. Wait, you never seen a talking sheep before?
What would you need 350 gold pieces for?
I've got men to pay. They don't work for nothing.
Make a perception check. Let's get some rolls in. Let's do some stuff.
Ooh, first roll.
Make a good one.
Is... Oh god, I'm not used to this carrot sheet. 10.
10?
I can't see above the
D6.
table, to be fair. So
He kind of turns away from you and kind of leaves it at that for the moment and says, look, again, you guys aren't going to get caught unless you do something stupid. If anyone's getting caught, it's me and I'm going to jail. So I think it's fair to say a lot of the responsibility and accountability rest on me. 350 gold for this diversion where you can't even get in trouble. That seems pretty reasonable.
Does Sibs believe him when he says nothing will go wrong?
Go ahead and roll a insight check.
Yeah, buddy. Here I go. It's one of my better things. Oh, that's quite nice. That's 21.
Wow.
Insightful.
You get the idea, the way he's talking, it seems like he probably already has a plan. It seems like he has put some thought into this. He seems confident in his ability. And you get the feeling that he really just doesn't like working with people. He's putting his ass on the line. And that's what, he's offering you a good amount of money, hoping that you guys will do a good job at what he's asking. But that's what you get from him so far.
Kipper has been nodding enthusiastically this whole time.
Maybell is concerned because being smart is not her strong suit.
He says, "Now, are you? If you're in, I can show you what I've got worked out so far."
Not a lot else going on, so sure.
I would very much like to see your plan, sir.
So he kind of scoots down on the table and he sets out a sketch. Edit. Players.
What's the quality of this sketch? Is it a good sketch? I need to know as an artist.
Oh, it's
It's A+ material.
I did that myself. Come
I
on,
love
that
it.
sound
brilliant.
is great.
It's amazing.
So he starts talking as he's laying out this map. He says, "I have arranged to be led in." See, I'm Western now. I think I'm gonna fit. I'm from Texas, so I'm just gonna roll. I think that one's just gonna be the one for this episode.
Yeah.
I have arranged to be led into the palace grounds by delivery service worker that comes daily for laundry and waste. Once I'm inside, I will don a disguise that will allow me to move among the hedges virtually undetected. However, the golden roses are within the inner area of the garden, as you can see on this map, and in the most visible location. Not only that, but they are by far the most popular attraction at the garden and will have the most eyes present. I will make my way from the servant access area on the southeast corner of the garden, along the eastern perimeter, turning and making it to the hedges immediately next to the target. Once there, I'll be able to squeeze through the bushes and acquire the packet. I'll retrace my steps back to the palace, change back into my service clothes, and ride out with the waste.
Sounds like a very clever plan, sir. Where will we be?
So that's the thing. You can see my path. At any given time, there could be visitors close enough to, if my costume is very good, it's very spot on, but if someone gets close enough, they're gonna be able to see me. So your job is to be monitoring the situation. You know where I'm going. Your job is to make sure no one gets too close.
Is the blue thing in the middle a fountain?
Yes. There's in the central area of the garden, there's several fountains right there. And I do know there's 2 guards that tend to be posted up right there in the middle.
Oh, Kipper. Just to splash around one of those, it's fine.
Kipper is already like visibly excited at the idea.
Can you describe to us what visibly excited Kipper? What is it?
He's still beaming. Obviously, it's hard to tell because he's a fish and he's got a big fish mouth. But he's still he's smiling as such. He does, and he's just very slightly shaking, just very subtly, like vibrating with
quietly vibrating.
Yeah,
He's just standing there. You just see it like.
He's just shaking every now and again. He's just like glancing at.
You don't like drip water, do you? Are you mostly dry?
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, at the moment, yeah. So we'll see where the night takes us. Yeah. So Kuo-Toa have a kind of they have that kind of fish slickness to them. So yeah, he's like a little bit. I don't want to use the word slimy. That's not a good word.
There's not many words you can use right here that'll be good. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, he's.
So does he have? Because he's wearing paladin armor, right?
He's
wearing leather armor. He's wearing.
I was gonna say, is he sloshing around every time?
That's why I asked. Is if he's like kind of shaking and is it like because it's a little wet or is it
Yeah, it's like this kind of sloshing sound somewhere in like a boot. I don't know. Yeah, he's in his leathers.
I think it's discomforting at best. It's just a little.
Yeah,
it's just a little off.
As with most things Kipper does, everyone else is slightly unnerved by it.
Except
all right, so
he's having a great
wasn't fine with it.
To discuss and figure out exactly what you guys might do and plan. So he says, the garden is how do I get back there with the text is at howdy.
Good.
So the garden it's open during the day. The least busy time is right around lunch. Some days are busier than others, but I think if you go during the middle of the day, on a weekday, that's where you'll have the least amount of visitors there to worry about. And that's when I can get there with my service clothes and everything.
Sibs has pulled
kind
out.
of sits back and...
Sorry, his
No, go ahead.
crossbow, and just with his cigarette balancing in his mouth, he's just cleaning it up and goes, "So, we kill anyone who gets too close. Got it."
Kipper stops shaking. He just looks at you like horrified.
All excitement gone.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I covered this part, but you guys won't get in trouble unless you do something stupid. This is the Imperial Guard Palace Garden. There's gonna be guards, and right inside the palace, I guarantee you there's more guards than even you guys can handle. We're talking about subtle distractions here.
Yes, I kill subtly. It's fine. They would
The
not know
fish
it was
mouth
me.
hangs open a little bit more.
He looks around the group and says, maybe one of you other guys wants to contribute.
I'm willing to go ahead and I'm willing to ask lots of questions and cause distractions, and I have a few ideas.
And I have a whole
play-
satchel full of pamphlets. I'm very persuasive.
You
I
guys
play
have any
drums. I could jangle around. I could knock people out if they get too close.
I think the drums are a good idea. That's a good idea. If you went out there and played some drums, I'm sure. I mean, I don't think there's many people that have seen a sheep person play drums, so that would be a unique experience in my mind.
Nice save.
It's quite the experience. Once in a lifetime.
Any other ideas? That's good, but people will get bored and they'll go there. They will walk away. So, what else you got?
I can do this, and you see Aqua. She's got a giant paintbrush staff, and she has a water skin, and she kind of like taps it, and out comes a little blob of ink, and it's like a little sentient, and it kind of like walks around a little bit, and it does like a little trick, and it bows.
That's amazing. Kipper claps.
Well, shit. You guys do have some tricks up your sleeve. I think this might work.
See,
Anyone else?
Yes.
I could be pretty good at not being seen if I need to be. And I could maybe move some things that people would be looking for to make them, go somewhere else to find it.
I can.
So, deceptive light. That's a good idea. Well,
Baagsy, once everyone's kind of done their piece, he just very quietly and monotone says, "And if it doesn't work, I'll just make them an offer they can't refuse."
I like this sheep.
that would be a good last resort. I feel. I think you could pull it off. But make sure they don't cause too much of a scene around me once they realize you're talking sheep.
He just frowns
Well-
at him.
Hey, what if we were to maybe get a flock of sheep and let them loose in there, and Baagsy, maybe you can guide them around. You could be hiding in plain sight.
Well, see,
I could procure a flock for us if necessary.
one of the advantages of having you guys do this is that you'll have no problems getting into the garden. There are guards in front that check credentials. They're not going to let anyone into the Imperial Palace garden that they might not trust. So you guys will have no problem getting in there. Now, you guys with the flock of sheep into the Imperial Garden, it's good. I like the stream of thoughts. I like that you're being creative and everything, but maybe we keep going with it. Maybe we see what else is coming up.
So, give or take, about how long do we expect to be in there for?
He says, well, needless to say, I can't exactly run in costume and expect not to be seen. So I do move quite a bit slower than normal. But he says,
How slow?
I can move about, I'd say, here to there. And he points from the table to the door that goes into Jordan's, to where he is on the table, the door that goes into Jordan's office, about 20 feet. He says, I can move about that. and in about 6 seconds or so.
A very specific unit of measurement.
Relatable.
A very natural sounding unit of measurement.
So
6 hoof taps, got
so
it.
if you think it's helpful and you think that it would assist in your espionage, I could just add to your disguise and turn you invisible.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. We're gonna go with the otter one. Ha! 19 plus 5, 24.
He says,
Nice.
I understand how that could be easier.
I mean, your plan's really good. Really. I mean, I'm sure your disguise is really, really great. I haven't seen it yet.
It's really, really great.
I 100% believe that. But what if also invisible?
How about this? Here's a good idea. When
Okay.
you get in there, if you can see me,
Yes.
then turn me invisible.
Okay.
But if you can't see me, don't worry about it.
So,
Okay.
So we need passes to get in, yes?
Not passes, but your credentials, you wear them on your back. They'll let you in. You guys are reputable and well known enough, being a part of the Last Hope.
Oh, I see. But you need pass to get in, right?
Well, I would, yes, they would. They probably wouldn't just let me in. I've done a pretty good job of evading any kind of wanted status or anything like that. But I don't have what they would want to see, which is wealth or credentials.
Or a cape.
Now, or cape, yep. But I'm comfortable in my way of getting in there and getting out. I just got to get the flower.
I was just thinking I could get
How-
the pass, but okay.
How do we know that you will have it if we can't see you?
That's a good question.
We need a signal.
Signal, yeah.
Signal da.
Okay. I can do a bird call. How about a bird call? And his voice kind of really changes, and it's a really impressive, like a whistle, but it's in I don't know, but like a bird call that is relatively. Is there anyone that has nature check and like anyone that has some nature knowledge or anything?
No.
I have an animal handling.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a handling check. Why not?
Who needs nature?
What kind of bird is
Anthropomorphic
it?
Animals.
We
it's
need to
fine.
know.
It's not great. A 15.
It's a very good call. It's not a bird that you've heard in this area, so it's not something that you're gonna hear from actual natural source. It's a bird species that's not here local to this region, but it's very, very good.
So,
But
yeah,
that'll be the signal once I get the rose. But what about I'd like a signal from you guys once you are ready and set in place for me to start my little expedition.
Kipper excitedly says, "Well, we can just whistle back," and he attempts to whistle.
Oh,
Honey.
Fish mouths are not
Kipper.
made for that. It's this kind of like noise. Yeah, and then he smiles. He's like,
You know what? And Jordan's
Hey.
looking straight at Sibs.
you're getting better,
sure.
Pep Pat.
I'm sure this one here could probably do a pretty good whistle. Maybe
which
not.
one?
Sibs, you.
Yeah, you.
I'm more of a howler than a whistler.
So
yes, I-
so what do you think? What do you think a good signal would be for me to start?
Maybell, don't you have some bells?
Oh yeah, all the time. Jangle, 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 jangle.
Maybe if you do a lap around, you can. That'll be.
I'll just run the whole perimeter.
Just do a quick jog.
It's like a warming up. That's how we'll know we're ready.
If we were going to
So-
be spread out, then each of us needs to signal the others. So then the last one of us, perhaps me, could then do the howl to let you know.
Okay, so you howl, I run.
But I wait
Got
till
it.
everyone else done their thing, so I know everyone in position if we're not together. Not saying I don't want to be alongside you, but, well, I don't really, so.
That's okay.
Charmin.
I work best alone.
So when I see sheep run around, oh wait, you're the actual real. Okay, when I see Maybell here take a lap and I hear the howl, I know I'm ready to go.
I mean, I could whistle, but you may not hear, so.
Howl's fine, but just make sure you have a kind of maybe a reason to howl. He's just crazy guy howling in the middle of the garden,
Just-
It's natural.
I can,
natural.
I can stomp on his foot.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
would work. That's a good
He
reason.
tries to do like air quotes, but he only has hooves. So it's just like, by
Wiggle his
accident.
hoofs. Dumb.
Yes, you could accidentally stomp on my face, sure.
All right, so just in case I didn't point out before, on my map here, there's
Yes.
2 guards that do a patrol that basically take up each half from left to right of the garden. So they split the middle and they go back from the front to the back. And then there's 2 guards standing next to the fountain. I was only able to see this from the road past the fence, but I think I saw every angle, and I think this is all that was there.
Okay.
All
They're
right.
gonna hate me.
Well, if that's everything, I'm going to go and put some finishing touches on my costume, and we'll go tomorrow. We'll say it's like Tuesday, so tomorrow's Wednesday. It's, it's kind of midweek, maybe the best way to go. That's why he's ready.
Should
And
we
it-
have backup plan in case you don't get out the way you want to? Maybe a backup.
Yes. Maybe,
I was thinking with the sheep before. Get the sheep flock to come in and Baagsy get you out.
This can be arranged.
I mean, I feel like you guys are pretty talented and pretty skilled. So if you can convince them to let the sheep in, then by golly, I think you will have a primo distraction right there.
Well, I was thinking more of a storm the gate style thing.
Sheep
They're all my
Oh.
family.
It happens all time.
Happens all the time.
Well, I mean, yeah, that would probably draw a pretty big crowd. I do believe. Anything else? So is that the backup plan, or is that the initial plan now, or what's?
Well,
What's the
was your
I feel like that's the backup plan.
Well, the plan is that we're supposed to cause distractions for the guards so that he can go get the flower without being seen or caught.
Kipper is already enthusiastically leafing through some of his pamphlets, finding good, quotes.
Do you
Bits of-
have a
Bits of
do you have it in
scripture.
all languages? Do you have it in all languages and Aqua and Common, and make
He
sure
has-
that you're very inclusive?
Yeah, he's at least got it in common. I think he has it in common, and it's originally in abyssal. It's translated.
Can you?
Yeah,
Did it translate well?
there's a few little weird misnomers in there, but that's it's fine. It's cool.
Do you have the one of him smiling with the 10 easy ways to sell your soul to an abyssal god?
Yeah. This one is very informative.
Yeah, this one.
The first thing it says is the first thing we tell you is that this is not a cult.
Yeah.
It just says in big bright letters, not a cult.
Yeah. And
We promise.
why would it lie?
It's written right there.
Yeah.
Really,
Wouldn't
all you
lie.
need to know. Literature wouldn't lie.
I said a church wouldn't lie.
It's even better.
So while you're kind of leaping through them, Joran kind of takes a peek at Adam and goes, "Man, You guys are a group, huh? You guys are pretty special.
That's a word for it.
Kipper is nodding enthusiastically. That's what the Archbishop
I mean,
said.
yeah.
If shit goes south, we're calling in the sheep. Are they just going to be outside? Are they going to be close by?
Don't worry about it. I've got this.
Famous last words.
Just so y'all know, y'all been talking for about an hour at this point, and the atmosphere in the bar has kind of changed. There is more people, and sure enough, now loading into the bone pit is you see a half-orc gentleman just wearing brown pants. He's taken his shirt off and left it out in the crowd. And then you see a human with a very, very densely covered hairy chest, also not wearing a shirt. He's got more of like shorts. They're kind of like biker shorts. They're little, like not great. And they are taking their position in the ring for a little fisticuffs. Jordan says, well, weirdly, I don't know how, but he kind of looks to Boneson and says, you really trust these guys, huh? And Boneson says, these guys, they really help me out. They're a good group. I can tell. I mean, look at them. You want a distraction? You ain't gonna find a better distraction than right here, yeah.
Jangle, 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 jangle.
Jordan says, very well. So tomorrow, I'm gonna go in my service clothes. I'm gonna be ready right around high noon, right around lunchtime. So I'll be waiting for your signal.
Will lunch be provided? Or do we eat? Should we eat before?
You should probably eat before. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to eat before. I'm going to eat early breakfast, and then I'm going to dump. Make sure that's not in the works, and then I'll be ready to go. Yeah.
Make sure you use the bathroom beforehand as well.
He's like eating his little kelp snacks.
That's all he eats are kelp snacks.
He loves kelp snacks.
Oh,
Hey, wolves got to eat, so sure.
He offers you a kelp snack.
Actually, take a side step away from him.
Alright,
So, a kelp snack, just.
Aqua kind of like leans closer, kind of like eyeing the kelp snacks.
He's freely offering. It's like a little,
She'll take
like a
one.
little, just like a foil bag. Do you have foil in D&D? Little, yeah.
It's a chip bag.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And he's holding it out, and it's just, like you get like vegetable crisps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For half.
Is he just like palming him, or does he eat the one at
Oh no,
a
he has
time?
one at a time.
Yeah.
He's very
Correct.
even though he has like this obviously massive mouth, like bisecting his head, he just gets
Like
one
beef jerky on a road trip, right? You
One
just
at a
keep talking
time.
every 10 minutes. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys get more questions, and if not, I'm going to go ahead and get an early night in.
I'm
Good
very
night.
much looking forward to it. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's like noon.
Don't forget gold. It's important.
Yes. And he walks away. You have the rest of the night to do stuff if you want.
Mhm.
Is there anything you want to do?
Hey, fish, you want smoke?
You're gonna turn him into a smoked salmon.
Yeah. No,
Damn it.
no,
Delicious.
We're in the pit.
he's like, oh no, thank you. The archpriest said that smoking is reserved for heathens.
People in bars say lots of shit.
Baagsy will take out a cigar and gesture for Sibs to light it.
Bonson says, Baagsy, you ever accidentally light your wool on fire smoking cigars like that?
No.
No.
Just certain
No, while puffing on the cigar.
Yeah.
Do I look like I burnt?
You don't have own light? Fine. He gets on all fours as well and lights it really awkwardly.
Bone Sun raises his hand, and one of his servers brings over a round of ale and a few shots of like a very strong, clear but strong liquor.
It's
cheers then.
vinegar.
Looks interested.
We're all
Do you
gonna
drink
get
like a fish?
wasted.
Kipper drinks like a fish.
Yeah.
Good.
But only soft drinks. He's a good boy.
he's our designated driver.
Mm.
I actually need it in like trough farm.
More like designated diver.
Hey.
Eh.
We need bowl for a friend here. I'll
Bowl?
do Kipper's stuff.
Okay. So, yes, feel free to stay around and drink, or you can head back and take in the night and get ready for tomorrow.
I'm
I kind
gonna.
of want to watch a couple of fights and see how they go.
Maybe
Sure.
we can
You noticed-
recruit fighter for something.
Boneson says, "You guys are always welcome to jump in if you want."
I like to watch, and I kind of want to see who's in the ring right now. You said it was like a half orc and
Half orc and a human, yeah.
Does it look like the human is vastly like outmatched?
It actually, it seems like these two might actually be friends, and they're sparring almost. They're kind of no one else
like
has jumped in the ring
practicing.
yet. They're kind of it's not full on
Okay.
fighting. They seem to be warming up almost, just kind of
Okay.
trading with a little bit.
I
Yeah.
wanted to cause a little mischief, but
Maybe give couple drinks, then see how I feel. I could
yeah,
Sure.
let's have a few drinks and see how we feel.
The drinks come pretty easily. If anyone wants to anyone's drinking, let's say more than 2 drinks, wants to make a Constitution check and see, we'll say save. It can be a save. See how you're handling your drinks. Yeah, con save.
I
10.
like to be sober when I'm pranking.
Got a 14.
14.
Kipper is just drinking water.
Okay.
Salt water,
Sibs?
to be specific.
10.
10. Okay.
Ooh.
It's been a while.
Meanwhile, Maybell, you, I mean, 2 drinks is 2 drinks. It feels pretty normal for you. It's going the way it should. Sibs, by taking that second shot, you kind of went a little quick. You kind of just feel your body, like that tingling feeling that maybe you should have spread those 2 liquor shots out a little bit. But you're fine. But you're feeling a little off.
Keeps itching behind one of his ears, just every now and again.
With his back foot.
Yeah.
Did
Back foot,
you okay?
Yeah.
Does that need to be looked at? You all right?
No, it's fine.
It's
It's all good. I could do fight. I could take any
you
of
fight?
these on. I could fight any of these.
yeah. You should do it.
Put me in
Boneson
there.
says, he looks over
it,
to one of the servants. He calls over one of the servants and says, "Anyone got next yet?" And she goes, "No, but those 2, they didn't want to fight quite yet. They were just messing around. So you got to find someone for him to fight." And he says, "Since it's his first time, I know exactly who he should fight. Get Gagarash in there." So you head down.
Bless you. Who?
Gagarash.
Right.
And you've actually met Gagarash before. Gagarash, oh my god, did I have a description for him? Oh, I do. Yeah. So you
It
met
just doesn't
Gagarash
sound like
before.
a name.
Gagarash is a Lupinal, so he's lionkin. He's actually one of the bouncers too. With the first night you came, and since he's usually out there, he's usually wearing a nice white button blouse and good khaki kind of slacks. However, right now he has no shirt, and you notice that he kind of in a douche manner has shaved his abs, so he's kind of got the fur all around, but right here on his chest and abs, it's shaved down pretty short, so you can
So
see
he's
the
been manscaping. Is what you're
landscape, just like his torso. And he's wearing cloth shorts, and you see in his hands, you notice, Lionels and Lupinals have claws. He's got these kind of cork material things that he's dug his claws into. And he comes up to the ring, and you can see him smiling and says, "Don't worry there." That's going to be the same accent, apparently. "I'll go easy on you." So, are you going to fight in the pit?
Sure, why not? And Sibs will untie the belt around his trench coat so it's open, but he'll still wear it because He's got some modesty, unlike this guy. So
Fashion. information.
I mean,
lights up a new
all-
smoke and into the ring.
All right. You are a rogue, correct?
Yep.
No. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you notice that Gargarash, he's pretty beefy. It looks like he's got some muscle on there, and he looks pretty beefy. So real quick, I need to know your unarmed attack modifier.
Unarmed attack modifier.
So it'd just
I
be
guess
deck. I think deck.
not with claws, presumably.
Right, with claws.
With claws.
But do you want something to cover your claws like he has, or do you want to just keep him like balled up? Or
I mean, Sibs probably should, but like he's had a few drinks. He's just like stumbled into the ring, like he's.
so Bone Sun real quick's gonna go over the rules. It says, "You guys, here are the rules: no armor, no weapons, no magic. This is a bare knuckle brawl. If you pass out, you lose."
What about Bear Claw? Is that okay?
He says, "No, we don't. We're not here to patch up bandages and send people to clerics. You know, just fists.
Kipper
Good old
raises his
fashioned
hand at
slamming."
Okay, fine, no fun. And he'll put on some leather gloves that he keeps in his pocket. Put them over his claws.
So, what is your attack modifier with dexterity?
So if it's just dexterity, no proficiency bonus is +3.
Right. What's your AC?
My AC is 15 with my
Nice.
stuffed
And then-
leather trench coat.
What's 1 plus your strength modifier?
What's my what? Sorry.
So your damage for unarmed will be 1 plus your strength modifier.
Yep.
So what is it
strength
for you?
modifier is 0, so it'll be 1 plus
1.
sneak attack, possibly.
Yes. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
As Sibs was going in, Aqua would have like kind of pat him on the shoulder and said, "Yeah, you got him," and you have a bardic inspiration.
Inspiration.
Yes!
Yeah.
And then sorry, last thing. What's your HP?
HP is 22.
Two.
There's my die.
Got it.
Thank you.
All right. Let's roll initiative.
Let's roll some initiative. Sure.
Question.
Oh, that was terrible.
We've been here before, right?
You have. Yep.
Are there ways to detect if magic is cast?
Not beyond someone here. You know, the components, the material are like visible and somatic components of the spell. Not anything special. No.
Okay.
What did you roll for initiative?
8.
You can do it, buddy.
Just gonna weather one hit, hopefully.
Well, you go first.
What? Really?
He rolled a 3.
All right. So the bell rings. You're locked in the cage, and you get to make the first move.
Bonus action, because I'm a inquisitive rogue.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to use insightful fighting to make an insight check contested against the target's deception check. And if it's successful, I can use sneak attack against the target, even if I don't have advantage on the attack.
All right.
And that would last for 1 minute. That benefit. Oh my
He rolled
god.
10 for deception. Oh no.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
So
So
7.
Oh, it wouldn't.
7
Well,
times natural 1. I'm gonna say that. So what is it you gain? Is that the benefit? Is that you get sneak attack if you don't have advantage?
It means I can use sneak attack against him for up to 1 minute without having advantage on the attack roll. So it's like another way of getting sneak attack. But I failed.
So unfortunately, you got tricked out somehow. I really can't even imagine how, but you thought that he might be lumbering. You think that maybe he's not quick enough for his muscles. But sure enough, right after you haven't done your action yet, but when he does retaliate, you're going to realize that he's a little quicker than you may have thought.
Sure. I'll use my action to dodge because I kind of want to see a bit more of what I'm up against here. So evasive.
So you kind of side. So you kind of look him up and down as you like are sidestepping side to side. So you're kind of giving up your.
I'm a wolf on the prowl. I'm like circling around the ring, like around him, trying to get a better look at him.
All right. Well, Gargrash is going to roar, and he's going to attempt to just tackle you.
Is that a grapple thing?
Yes, he's making a grapple check.
Oh.
Oh, buddy, I am not trained in either acrobatics or athletics, so I'm gonna. Can I use acrobatics to try and dodge out the way of the grapple?
Well, the attack hits.
Oh, it's an attack. Sorry, it's an attack.
Yeah, it's an attack, right? Because he rolled an 18, he gets a +1. So it does hit.
Ugh. What hell? The cigarette tumbles out of his mouth into the ring.
No.
And he just looks
Why is
pissed.
it so hard? This website's not working.
Uh-oh.
I wave at Sibs from my table and sip.
This is like in one of those
Grappling.
boxing movies or something.
Attack
Everything
action
goes in
is
slow motion as he tackles him, and the cigarette just slowly tumbles to the ground as we try and fix what's going on. Bounces off.
No, it does say it is actually a contested check. Grapple check instead of an attack roll, strength athletics, and it can be against athletics or acrobatics. So yes, it can be a contested roll against acrobatics.
Sure, I'll try.
He does get to add more to it. So you've got to beat it. You've got to beat a 21.
I rolled a 19 on the dice. That's 22.
Don't forget your inspiration.
Yes.
All right. That's enough to do.
Yeah, don't forget about
that. He lunges at you, and as you were dodging, you just bounce out of the way. And he thought he had you in his grasp. His arm does kind of graze off the side as you spin around to dodge his grasp. And he's going to use the rest of his movement. He's kind of over here now. He's going to use the rest of his movement to stand up, and that's his turn. And he gives a grimace. You see his fangs, just wide mouth, large fangs, and this angry grimace.
Sib's gonna swipe up his cigarette, hoping it's still lit, and pop it back into his mouth and say, "You know what they say about pride? It comes before a fall." And a bonus action again. I'll try and do some insightful fighting thing again.
Okay.
Insight versus his deception.
Deception.
Ooh, that's a bit better.
What'd you get?
I got 12 on the dice, so 18.
That'll do it.
So now I've worked him out. So with Lupinals, it says they get 2 claw attacks, but as these are unarmed things, is it just the one? Like
you still would get 2.
Sweet. 2 attempts to punch this guy. Okay. So
it's kind of simultaneous. It's kind of a simultaneous swipe, kind of.
Gonna go for the double tap. 1-2 with a jab. Left one is that's terrible. That's 6 to hit. So
does not hit with the first one.
Second one, that's a natural one. This dice.
No.
No, that blue dice has been terrible.
So
2 misses. Yeah.
So you reach for him, and you're so used to following through with your claws. You're used to clawing people, so you never really land on him. You kind of grab him more than you're hitting him for damage, and you've got him kind of right now. You're holding his shoulders, and you realized, shit, he's gonna obviously attack you now, and so he kind of pushes your arms away, and he's gonna make his attack. Unless you got something else.
No, that's it. That's action, bonus action. I'm yeah. Oh.
He critted.
Oh shit.
So that's actually but critting on a unarmed attack is still just 2. So 4 points of damage. Right in the jaw. Yep. And you feel, even though he's wearing these cork things on his claws, that his claws are long enough that they still kind of stick out under his paw, and he does kind of just a little nick across the chin. You're up.
Spits out.
He kind of circles around just to get back in the middle of the ring.
Oh. Okay, you asked for it, and like clicks the knuckles, and this time gonna kind of slide in and go low, try and like get him in around his lion hood, I guess. Just above the lion hood.
Yeah, I've seen National Geographic. I think it's pretty.
It's out there.
Target. Yeah.
So it's gonna another 1/2. Still got the insight for fighting, so hopefully this will work. Oh, okay. So that's gonna be 12 plus 3. That's 15. I'm gonna add bardic inspiration just in case.
Okay.
So that's another 2. 17.
That'll hit.
Woo-hoo!
So you want to do that
1 plus sneak attack. It's another 7, so 8 points of damage.
You want to do the other one?
Finally. Second one, yeah. 17 again to hit. So just the
That'll
one
hit.
this time.
Yeah, just the one. Okay. So you go in low for the manhood, and he it's right as he was going for his attack. Like he got you right, and so he's kind of standing there smiling, and you're obviously quicker than this guy. You go quick, and he kind of looks down right a little late, and you come up right into the junk, and that solid like stay where you can tell he can't take a breath for a solid couple seconds after that hit, and you kind of you want to get away from him at that moment, and so you kind of like kick him in the stomach as you are backing away, but it doesn't have a lot of force behind it because you're trying to get away while doing some damage. And you turn back around thinking he's going to be right there on you. Not quite. It takes him a second to fully kind of get back up to full height, and he is now. He's going to use his bonus action to let out a roar.
Sorry, could I use my bonus action to... Did I use my bonus action that time? I don't think I did. Just to
Is that the insightful thing? Was the insightful thing a bonus action?
Oh, was that turn? It was. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
Let me... Lionel roar. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I should have saved the bardic inspiration for that. Never mind. Yep. 9.
Oh.
So, as he's
Great.
full height, he brings his arms up and he roars, just this massive lion roar, and you take
Shit. No. that too.
3 points of bludgeoning damage. As just like sound wave just comes like straight towards you, and like the people that are right there around the ring, some of them clasp their ears, and some of them are visibly in pain. You see some of the chairs and stuff have been pushed back either from the roar or from people kicking it back, spasming to cover their ears. But now your ears are just ringing, and you feel maybe a little trickle of blood in the inside of your ear as your vision comes back right as a fist is coming at you. So that'll be a 16.
Yeah,
that'll do it. So it's just 3 damage.
Oh, the hat has fallen off at this point.
Oh no!
No.
The
And the cigarette's probably out too.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably. It's probably out in the crowd somewhere at this point.
I tried to catch it.
This is serious.
As your sound's coming back, you hear this low, like, and it's your turn. I don't know why I'm doing turn order. Easy.
Oh, look at me, fancy, and like pivot around a bit. Taking the mick out of him a little bit. I am definitely trash talking him a little bit as coming round. We'll go in for let's just go for 2 more hooks. Why not? Nothing to lose here. Let's try it. Okay, one was a natural 1, but the other one was a 23 to hit. So
that'll hit.
So 1 plus another 7 sneak attack, so 8 again. And then bonus action to disengage and just move to the edge of the ring.
Yeah, on hearing the trash talking, Kipper leans over the balcony and is like, maybe don't make him more angry.
Can I join the trash talking and cast Vicious Mockery?
Whoa.
Okay, so do it. Give me a sleight of hand. I'll let you choose sleight of hand or deception. Are you trying to cast it, or are you trying to say the words?
I'm trying to say the words and say it like I'm totally just trash talking, but I'm casting Vicious Mockery. What was that?
I'll say that you do have to still say some language of the spell for the verbal component of the spell, but you can mix it in there if you want. You don't know if people speak the language, you know, you can. So give me a deception check to see if you can kind of mix in the language of the spell.
Cool.
You could literally just speak in Otterkin. No one would know.
I'm totally speaking in my native otter tongue. And it's deception?
Yeah.
I was meant to ask about languages.
Yes!
Also.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 deception.
So what do you say? What do you want to say as your vicious mockery?
Something in Otter, basically about, yeah, you think you're that big, but you're not, and cast vicious mockery.
What kind of save is it?
Let's click it and find out.
Wisdom. He is gonna save.
Dang it!
Is that no damage?
Let me double check that.
Yeah, I think
No
so.
damage.
It's only a cantrip.
Right, yeah, it's probably.
Must make a save or take. Okay, yeah. So I think nothing happens.
Yep.
Dang it!
Okay.
All right, I tried.
Anyone else want to intercede right now before his turn?
Can I use my maneuver of command ally?
Yeah. How is there a range on that?
My information I have here doesn't give me a range on it now.
Let me look at. If it's a battle master maneuver, right? Usually.
Yeah.
Oh,
This app
man.
might not have everything.
I tried Sibs.
I'm
I
out
tried
of
so
range.
hard.
Wait, so you probably should, if it's to command me to attack, you probably should save it till I'm up next to him because I'm out of range currently.
Can make him run into range.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
like
not
most
allowed to run in range. I will, but
Most of Kipper's spells are touch range.
at the moment he's kind of trying to disengage and then looking at Aqua like because she's just speaking Otterkin. Just like,
She's just like,
What?
ah!
what?
Okay, which maneuver is this again? Sorry.
Command
Commanders?
ally.
Command ally.
Shucky darn. I like this new dice set a lot.
So you can forego one of your attacks and use your bonus action to direct one of your companions to strike. You do so. You can see or hear. Yeah, heck yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Immediately use distraction to make one weapon attack, adding the superior die to the attacker's. You also get to roll a d8.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, so
I'll save
so-
it for his next turn. when
So
he's
you're going to
closer,
basically
but-
delay until he's close and okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. So Gargarash is going to confidently stride right up to you, kind of towering over you a little bit, and actually he's not towering over you. You're towering over him.
Yeah.
Really short,
Amazing.
squat, like real short lying guy.
This makes it even worse. Now I'm getting beaten by.
You're getting beaten by a cat.
And you see his tail flip, and he kind of distracts you. You look away for a second, and he comes at you. Strike. That's gonna hit. So you take 3 points of damage. This time you've been able to shrug off attacks and confidently be like, like you trash talking me like that didn't hurt. This one hurt. This one got you right in the side. He finally kind of maybe broke a rib and has now. You definitely are kind of breathing more labored and are feeling the effects of this little brule. Even though he looks pretty bad. He's having trouble moving. He's kind of limping a little bit. Yeah, he looks pretty bad. You both now have gotten to the point where you're breathing hard. You're catching your breath for a second, kind of in between swings. But it is your turn.
Okay, so feeling the side, probably some blood in the mouth. I'm just gonna be like, I can do this all day. And, kind of almost fall into him as I go to hit him again with another 1-2 because it is my suitable idiom. What?
Just so you know, that commander's strike lets him immediately use his reaction to make the weapon attack. So he could have done that before Gargarash's attack if you wanted, Harry.
I'll just do it now. Just
Do it now.
end
Okay,
Do it
so
now. All right.
So you've been watching the fight, and with your knowledge of combat maneuvers and martial arts, you've noticed a weakness in Gargarash, and you feel that if you yell out the exact time to strike as Gargarash is getting ready for his next strike, you see an opening on his right side. So you call that out to Jack as this commander strike action. So now go ahead and make your attack, Jack.
Sweet. So this is
Make your attack, Jack.
what's
You haven't
known
heard
as
that
a
before.
maneuver. Put myself in dice jail for that. I'm so sorry. That's 6.
Okay, but you do get your second attack, and it doesn't say which attack. Since we're kind of we're doing it differently.
I was thinking because it's a reaction, it's separate from the pow pow.
Yes.
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of all like, yeah, it's.
Either way, if he misses the attack,
Is there a D8 added to the attack roll or just to the
the
damage?
damage, that's the damage roll. Unfortunately, so that one is unfortunate. You call it out, and Sibs sees the opening, but by the time he goes in, Gargarash also heard you call out, and he's now moved his arm down to block that area, and he blocks your attack. But you still would then get 2 attacks because
Sure.
that was a react.
So yeah, swing and a miss in the O. I will do this all day and go for 2 more. Okay, that's more like it. 16 and a 20.
Both of those are going to hit.
Cool. So then
So
throw in a sneak attack. Sweet. So that's another 10. So 12 points of damage altogether.
how do you want to end this fight?
Yes!
Yeah.
Okay, so Sibs is gonna start by going down onto all 4s because he's quicker that way. He prefers it that way in many senses, and sort of like pounce just to one side of Gargarash, the opposite side to where the opening was before, to kind of catch him off guard. And then as he goes to turn around, he's gonna kind of lightning quick just spring up and just pow pow into the face, with the second one just as a little uppercut to bring Gargarash finally to his level because of the height difference that bring him up with the uppercut. And then just calmly pick up my hat when he's down on the ground and put it back on.
Well, you don't usually make strikes that require a lot of strength behind it, but you notice right before you strike that his legs were uneasy. So you just, with all your might, come up in this undercut. His feet do just a little bit off the ground with the force of the blow under this chin. And as he hits back down, his knees crumble down. You hear this, that's kind of this like lion sigh as he crumbles down, actually kind of even slinking on. No, not where he is. He crumbles down onto the mat unconscious, and the crowd around erupts. Not everyone, because some of them are still quite hurt from his roar. But the place does go kind of fun, and Bone Sun is just laughing. He's like, oh man, he's going to be so mad. I put a lot of money on him. I'm going to have to take that out of his paycheck.
I'll pick up my hat, retrieve a smoke from it, and then just lean over to Gargarash and go, "Never skip leg day."
You see, he's not really conscious, but that one stung. That one got him, and he just kind of just.
The fight's over, right?
The fight's over. Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and give poor Gargarash a healing word.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll just to see how good he's doing.
D4. This one. D4 plus 3. So 5. He gets 5 points back.
So you clutch your holy symbol, and you say the words of healing towards him, and you see kind of the energy, his body. It's kind of interesting. Like normally with the healing spells, you see the sparkles or colors or something. This you see kind of like little scribbles just kind of appear on him over a wound. Like when you see a slash, it like a slash of black ink goes on it, and all of a sudden the wound just kind of heals.
Cool.
Sweet.
He buys another round of drinks. You celebrate, talk about Bone Sun is perfectly happy for the next 15-30 minutes, just recounting the fight and talking about the things you did good, the one time he got you really good. He's like, I saw you were looking pretty bad there for a second. It seemed like he may have got you there.
Yeah, Sibs is gonna pour a bit of the liquor onto the cut that he's got, because he's hard like that. Maybe flinch a little bit, like, but try not to flinch because he wants to look cool.
Yeah.
You know, I could help with that if you wanted.
You help the lion, because the lion need the help. It's fine.
I can help.
I'm not. he's good at that too.
Yeah, Kipper.
Kipper goes over to Sibs and he leans in, he leans in sort of like in a conspiratorial whisper, but he's still loud enough that everyone can hear him. He's like, I can not help if you think it would be embarrassing. Like he's not saying that
No,
like
he's not.
he's not saying that with any level of sarcasm. Like he means it.
No. He's entirely naive and innocent. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you'd rather I didn't, that's okay.
So it's just gonna kind of look around and see if anyone is actually listening to this conversation.
I'm so listening to this.
Everyone is like enraptured.
And he goes,
Aqua's blatantly like.
Sibs is very, very loudly going, no, don't be stupid, that's fine. And then, like, very quietly to one side through gritted teeth, go, just do it quickly, just make sure no one...
Kill me quickly.
It'd be really hilarious if Kipper didn't hear him and he's like, what? What?
When I heal you.
He holds him out the bag of kelp snacks and sort of gives him a little look. And as Sibs goes for a kelp snack, he sort of holds his hand and casts Cure Wounds.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
French.
Regaining D8 plus spell casting, which I believe I've got on my sheet up here. Is Wisdom. X. So he gets 6 plus 1, 7 hit points back. You're welcome.
Very
nice. That's very
Can you
nice.
make me a
and then he's like, enjoy your kelp snack. And then he goes and sits down.
I love Kipper so much.
Such a good.
He is
Give me
the
a
bestest
religion
boy.
check. I want a religion check from Sibs. Can you hear me?
Oh, all right. Religion check. Oh, that's actually not bad. 14.
You notice a bit of a difference. You've been healed. I mean, we'll say that you've probably been healed before, but maybe we'll say this is the second time you've been healed by Kipper, and you notice that like you feel better, but something's not as good as it should be. Like you feel a little uncomfortable with the energy from his cast. It's fine. You get healing. It's just you know the healing usually feels good to you, and this doesn't feel great. You just don't feel great walking away from this healing.
DM, are you saying that
Hell's
something
gotta grease
seems a little fishy about this?
Something about Kipper's magic.
Mm.
It's like a grease spot on the spot that was healed. It's just kind of
Yeah.
weirdly
like
oily and
Like you're a bit
slimy.
damp.
What languages does Kipper speak?
Kipper can do Common, Elvish. He just got that one. I don't know why. And then I took Deep Speech and Abyssal because they were the languages he was taught by his archpriest in his tribe.
Funnily enough, I also have Elvish. So,
Oh, there you go.
so but I don't know who else speaks Elvish. Yeah, but that's just
We'll
good.
say that little-
Just think about saying something.
Well, we'll say that little in the exchange between just keep on the download. That was in Elvish. So if you don't speak Elvish, you don't really.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Like
Insight
he's
check.
like he's not fluent, but he's he like took a course.
Yeah.
He knows a
Yeah.
few words.
You know the
Yeah.
keywords
Elves
you need for the
around.
pamphlets, right? You know the buzzwords, the Elven buzzwords for
That's
missionary
it.
type. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Changing my life.
So, having watched all of this pretty quietly, apart from where he attempted to give instruction, Bags is just gonna shake his head, and then when everyone has kind of stopped what he would consider the messing around, he will kind of quietly say to the group, well, from that display, I think I may need to go and talk to my boys about this backup plan.
In
I
a
don't know. I
good
think
way
we
or a
had it
bad
under
way?
control.
Never trust a wolf to do a sheep's job.
All the puns. Let's get all the puns out tonight with these anthropomorphs. All right, so we'll say the rest of the night goes pretty well. You guys stay up and drink and have fun. That was a pretty fun little. You're relaxing, knowing that tomorrow you have the chance to get paid again that you haven't gotten in a while. So
Since Sibs won, did he win anything?
Yes. It's a very good question.
yeah, you would win something. We'll say that. We'll say
He won
that
his
after
pride
the fight.
that day.
After the fight, they give you about 12 gold and like 30 silver. And it's like some portion of some fund that they have to pay some of the people to, because the fighting brings in people. People come to see the fighting, so they want to give out a little bit of love to the people that go in and keep the crowds there. So you got a little bit.
Sibs will.
That's actually a lot of gold. I mean, if that was true, anyone in the fighting pit would be able to make a really lucrative living. So, but it's fine.
Sibs will give the barkeep 10 silver just to chuck it over to him from the winnings.
All right. Anything else y'all want to do tonight, or do y'all want to get to the next day?
I think Kipper is pooped. He's been a lot of excitement for Kipper. Bless him.
Oh, he's just like dragging.
He's all tuckered out. Yeah.
If I don't get my sleep, I won't be good at praying in the morning.
Yeah.
I gotta get up for my morning prayers, guys.
The prayers.
Kipper and I are arm in arm, just slowly slinking off to Slumberland.
Yeah, you've
Aqua just kind of like pulling you guys along, like, come on, let's go.
You've heard Kipper's morning prayers a few times before, and they are horrifying. Like, it's like abyssal, guttural, like real terrifying Lovecraftian nightmare stuff.
And like, there's like a dark flame that kind of just appears on your skin as you're
like it's very light out of the room.
Right.
Everything's feeling cold. And then at the end, he's like, "Oh man!" And then he gets up and goes about his day.
Let's go!
Yeah,
Aqua's like got her freaking.
And there's of course just a ring of water that you were sitting on the ground. Just I don't know how you keep your clothes dry.
Prestidigitation.
Of course.
That is a constant bit of attention for that problem. So, let's say you get good sleep. Next day's there. You have a good breakfast at the Last Hope. They usually serve a good breakfast of smoked sausages and pastries and a good like porridge, a hearty like grain-based porridge.
What about smoked salmon?
Yeah, it's a pork town. Yeah. You can
Kipper
get.
Doesn't know how he feels about that. He's looking at it like, I don't know.
My -1 bite strength.
The skin's a little bit too rough for you. Like
Every
off,
time
like,
I tell them to take the skin off.
I want more
Anything you want to
sausage
do
on
in the
rest
morning before you head out?
Good question.
Can I get your sheep squad?
Yeah, like I will go to my boys in the field. There's a field somewhere, I don't know.
There's fields, yeah, there are. It's a big farm town for sure. Outside the walls
for
of
the
the Imperial
There's
District.
chefs in the fields.
But like when you approach the field,
my
there are no
gosh.
sheep in the field, but there are many like hedges and bushes and trees. And as he goes in, he like calls out a noise, and they all start. You just see their heads all pop out of like various hiding places around the field.
Wait a second. You said some of them are not as developed, so that was the plan, but some of them forgot it and they're just out in the middle of the field. They forgot
They
that
don't
they were
know the
supposed to
plan
be.
yet. They don't know the
But
plan
still,
yet.
the plan until your next set of information was be in the fields and hide, but some of them, they forgot that part. It's like, oh, grass.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
yeah,
food.
some of
Snacks.
them. Yeah.
Some of
They
them,
forgot
like
to eat.
3 of them. 3 random people just out there. that forgot to eat.
And then yeah, like gather them together and like full on like
Oh my goodness.
I can't think of the right word for it, but yeah, I give them all the instructions like give each of them by name, like what they have to do, and it would, if we had visuals, play out as a montage showing what will happen in the future. Yeah, so they should be all ready to
So
storm the gates.
go ahead, just for kicks. Give me an animal handling check.
Handle your own animals.
We'll say at advantage because these are your boys. At advantage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
These are your guys.
This isn't a skill I'm trained in. You'd think I would be.
Right.
There's some miscommunication sometimes.
It's not your fault.
Exactly, they're
It's
underdeveloped.
totally not his fault. It's their fault. They're not good at listening.
17. I like to think as well we've got the like the local sheepdog like under our control as well.
He's in your
Sheep
pocket,
would be
yeah.
quite suggestible.
Yeah.
But
You've paid him off.
Yeah.
Takes bribes in gold.
Yeah,
You
17.
feel that you got your general messaging. The individual assignments might be a little off, and you don't have to go over them now. If we get there and when we get there, you can go over what the individual assignments were. But the general message of be within a calling distance, so they'd have to come into town. But hey, you got the sheepdog leading them in, so maybe we'll figure this will be interesting.
Dress
I've
them up
never
like a
had to
tour
roll for
guide.
it. And then
sorry.
they're going to get outside the palace, and with a call, they're going to know that they need to assault, run, charge through.
Oh no!
You
Okay.
think the puns have been bad with us? You should see the puns in the chat. Like it's
No,
ridiculous.
once my connection got a little wonky, I closed Discord, or I closed Twitch, so I wouldn't be drawing too much.
That's fair.
So I don't know, but
Enough
it's
going
great.
on,
I
that's
hope
cool.
hope it's great.
Oh,
It's a menagerie
All right.
of puns. Before we leave the bar, could Sibs, obviously seeing the sheep shit going on outside, would then be licking his
No, we'll
lips
say she-
and then order
She's
whatever
gone.
bottle they had
She's
last night?
not even
Like,
close.
damn.
She had to go. She basically left in the morning without you guys. Y'all don't know where she disappeared to. I don't know that
Oh,
when she
so we
said.
can see
like,
it?
This is
Oh,
normal.
Yeah, it's
We're
way
all
out
just
in the fields.
oh,
we're all
okay,
just like
okay.
having breakfast, having a good time. Where did so and so go? And it just flashes over to them. They're like pointing to a freaking chalkboard, like this. This is the
Got like
plan.
Sand diagram drawn out with
Yeah.
the arrows, and she's going over the plan.
She said she needed to see man about dog.
But aren't you okay?
Anything else you want to do before you head to the garden?
I think we're prepped, aren't we?
I think we're ready.
Sure.
I resecure all of my bells.
We have to test each and every one of the bells before we go in.
Make sure they're all like ping, 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 ping. Oh,
All
ting,
9.
ting, ting.
Jingle, jingle, jingle,
If
jingle,
there's,
jingle,
if
jingle.
there's anyone
Oh, so
in
wait.
the bar, staff-wise, then Sibs will order a bottle of whatever they had last night, a fresh bottle to take with them. If there isn't anyone in the bar, he would like to attempt to just purloin a bottle of whatever they had last night.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to see. There are staff working, but it's not open.
Okay.
Can I provide distraction
Oh,
and
Sure.
give him advantage?
Sure.
Oh,
What do you want to
okay.
do as distraction?
I want to chat up the bar whoever's behind the bar, and I want to attempt to flirt with them.
Okay. Give me a performance check. You'll be glad about that one.
I really
feel.
will.
Yes. Please be kind to me.
Mm.
Yes, I got it at 20 plus
Yes.
5. I love this D20. It's my favorite now. I specifically bought otter dice for this one
Nice.
shot.
No.
It's got a little otter spiraled right there.
Cute.
Ah.
It's hard to see, but it's an otter, I swear.
So the bartender is human. He's got long blonde hair past his shoulders, just flowing freely. He's wearing a simple dark blue shirt that's kind of got a rip right here in the middle. It seems like he just ripped it so it would fit over his head easily. He's wearing shorts, kind of like torn bottom, kind of capris almost shorts. And he's back there cleaning. He's cleaning the bar right now. He's the only one currently. Like some people come in just for a second and grab something and leave, but he's the only one in there constantly. And you start talking to him, and he says, he's at the first part of the conversation. He's very just nice and accommodating, and kind of thinking you're a patron, and he's trying to be hospitable. Mm-hmm. Once you kind of go towards the flirtatious. Now, Jack, you have advantage. You can go ahead and roll. He's definitely distracted. But once you start
if I see the flirtations aren't working, I just play up the bit of being a cute, adorable otter.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's making him uncomfortable. Like,
okay.
You see all of a sudden there is this. You can see there's this inner battle going on between like, man, this chick is digging me, and but she's an otter.
I've never done that before.
We've been there. Yeah.
He goes from this. Whenever you actually talk to him, he's kind of really excited. He's enjoying the moment. But then you can see as you're talking, sometimes the light in his eyes kind of go blank for a second, as you can tell he's thinking, and then he's okay. But it works. It definitely works. Go ahead and make your roll, Jack.
So thank you for the advantage because my first roll was a natural 1.
You need to ban your dice.
I've banned 1. I've got 3 left.
I'll lend you one here.
Second roll was slightly better, so I got 11.
Oh.
I don't know if that was good enough.
Just very slowly, like painfully slowly, just reaches across the bar.
It like scrapes as you're grabbing it.
Scrapes on my claws as I pull it up.
Oh no.
So you're doing it, and it's kind of one of those things where you look over and he's talking with Aqua, and you look down, you grab the bottle, you look over and he's talking with Aqua, and as you're pulling it over the counter, you check one more time over your shoulders, and he's looking at you. But you see the look on his face is very much like, man, I can't deal with this shit right now. So he actually kind of just ignores it. He just goes back talking to Otto. He says, "Look, you seem really cool and nice, and maybe we can hang out when I'm done working. That seems cool, but that sounds like fun. Maybe like we can all go somewhere like in a group of people together."
You know,
jangle.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. Yeah, let me know what your schedule is. I'll let you know what my schedule is.
That just come back here. I mean, I'm here a lot of the time. I'm done today at night. I'm not working the night shift today, so
okay.
come back here at night.
Yeah.
I'm done today at night.
Yeah, that sounds great.
You do get a bottle. This is darker liquor. This looks like you kind of uncork it and smell it, and this has more hints of like tropical flavors or something. So this seems more like a rum or a rum flavored liquor.
Sorry, I don't know if Sibs would like a rum, but I certainly would say would like a rum.
Yeah.
That's fine. Once that conversation with Aqua is over, Sibs will just walk over to the barman and just show the bottle and go, "I'm taking this."
This is mine now.
We can put it on your tab, but I feel like no one's gonna really come to you for it.
Okay. Cool. I'll just leave.
All right, are we ready to go to the garden?
Yeah, let's go.
Kipper's got his prayers done. He's stocked up on kelp snacks. He's ready.
Ooh, the gardens.
Ooh.
Make sure that Baagsy's cigar is lit before as we continue.
All right. Question: do we want? Were people wanting a break real quick? I drank a beer and all of a sudden could use a bathroom break if we wanted to take a quick one. But I don't know about you guys.
Take a quick break, sure.
We can take a
quick break.
Yeah.
Just a couple of minutes.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
All right,
Perfect.
we'll be back in a few minutes.
Back presently.
And we are back. Before we continue, guys, just want to say a massive thank you for you guys in the chat. Well, for you players in the chat as well, keeping an eye and interacting and stuff with everybody. It's been great. And hell a lot of puns, which we definitely encourage. And a big thank you to our most recent followers. That's McJarman11, Punk Rock Turtle, Terrapin. You've got a few animal-themed ones. I wonder why. Gerald Art and the role players. Thank you all for following the channel. It's much appreciated. And yeah, continue enjoying. Sorry, back to you, DM.
Sure. So, a little description. You make your way up the hills to the Imperial District. As soon as you crest the top of the modest incline of the hills, the architecture and landscaping of this area is breathtaking. You enter the district already rather close to the Imperial Palace, which is clearly visible. The large golden dome covers the white stone palace with a strong brick and fence wall that encompasses the grounds. The back of the palace extends onto the small outcrop of stone that juts out towards the bay, separating the two hill districts. The gates at the front of the palace are open, and after a quick conversation about your credentials, you are allowed to visit the gardens. Your senses are delighted as you insert the colorful and fragrant Imperial Garden and begin to walk around. So as you can see, you're kind of on this the cobbled street right outside the garden's gates, and you're able to come inside. But basically, the way the map's set up right now is how it's going to be as soon as you guys want to do something. So people are moving around, but as soon as y'all are ready to take an action, this is going to be the setup of the area.
Okay. All right. Can I perceive our friend at all?
No, you remember from the map that he would be on the other side of the ground. So,
he'd be over
you can't
there.
really see past these privacy hedges, the hedges and everything. He's going to be over, right at the bottom down here.
Right. Okay, got you.
You do, upon entering, though, you can see the fountain guards there. As you were walking up, you did notice one patrolling guard right here along the north part of the map. And then down towards the bottom, though, you can see him from here. The guards that somehow Joran missed, and they are palace guards in more of a white, fancy ceremonial armor that are standing here at this back porch of the actual palace.
Okay. All right, so we're starting from up.
So you guys enter the grounds, and you see several visitors are here. You see there is a visitor currently kind of standing around this batch of the golden roses. Another batch of golden roses on this other side. And you see, it's from what you can't see everything, but from coming in, you definitely see the fountain guards, and you see several visitors in the central area.
Okay.
So, Kipper is his plan is going to be basically, he's approached enough people since being on the surface world and started, with the have you heard the good word, and he's had so many people just instantly walk away from him that he's now going to weaponize that. So his plan is to approach. It'll probably be easier on civilians for him to walk up to them all casual and then bring out the pamphlets and be like, "So, let me tell you about Dagon." And the idea is he can almost herd these civilians away from where they need to be by following them round, talking to them about Dagon.
That's beautiful.
Okay, so let's say that you are going towards the first. So we'll say that y'all all enter. Let's get you all at least in.
Yeah.
And the first tourist you really see is as you turn left down these hedges, and you see this guy, this couple right over here looking at these red flowers.
Okay.
Kipper, look, go get him.
Kipper is thrilled at the opportunity.
You get him, bud.
And he reaches into his little satchel and he pulls out a leaflet. It's some sort of eye on the watchtower. It's something like the lighthouse or something. And he takes his little leaflet and he smiles broadly at you all, and then he marches off down towards this couple.
All right, so let's go down the row, and since he will eventually be starting the series of events, let's go down the row and see what else everyone else is going to do. So Aqua, you're next.
I kind of want to see if I can duck behind some bushes and make sure nobody can see me. And I'm going to cast one of my bardic things because I am a bard of paint. I'm going to cast Conjure Inkling, and I'm going to make my little Inkling creature. And I kind of want to flavor it to kind of be green and blend in, if I'm allowed.
Yeah, I'd let you do that for sure.
Okay.
So you use your paintbrush and you just kind of on the ground, on the grass or something, or in the air.
Yeah, I open up I have a water skin that's filled with ink, and I open it up and I kind of tap the tip of my paintbrush on that, and I kind of pull out the ink and kind of put it on the ground.
All right, so we'll say when things start, you kind of ducked over here.
Yeah.
You see the garden guard coming. Actually, this guy is going away. This garden guard right here, he's facing towards the perimeter and walking away.
Perfect.
So you're able to do it without any observation.
Yes.
Sibs.
All right. So Sibs needs to keep a good eye, a good visual on the rest of the party, because obviously. Oh no! Well, actually, no. He's waiting on signals from them, so he doesn't have to see them. But he's keeping an ear out for them, sure.
Okay.
Recognizing there's palace guards there as well, which are probably going to be the better of the guards, like probably the most vigilant, possibly. He's going to take a wander in that direction, if that's okay, like all the way down there.
Go for it. Go all the way down. You'll have enough time. Kipper's kind of sauntering over, so you've got, so you kind of make your way over that direction. Okay, Maybell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Basically, I'll just keep an eye out on the palace guard. I just want to try and get a read of what they're doing, what their kind of general mood is, study their faces a bit, and just trying to get a better gauge on them before I engage them in any sort of conversation.
Sure. Maybell.
All right, I know that I have to run around the perimeter. That was my job. That was confirmed to me. That's the only thing I care about. So I'm probably going to go as far right as I can before I hit the hedges, and then just start doing some stretching and like goat yoga, kind of limbering up the legs.
Okay. Go ahead and put yourself where you're at. And you kind of ding, 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 kind of prance over there a little bit.
Yeah, I do. I do prance. I make my presence known. I skip jauntily.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Baagsy.
Yeah. Think I'm kind of go with Sibs, but maybe hang back just a little bit. I think I'm gonna stand here and chew grass.
Inconspicuous sheep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that that's all settled, let's roll initiatives.
Yeah.
Just so we can have an order.
Hasn't failed me yet.
Alright.
Let's go.
Sweet.
Could be better.
That is a red hot 10.
Hey, same tens.
Yeah.
I'll go around and gather them once.
Where's initiative? There we go.
I'm loving the swanky music in the background as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
I only noticed that. I muted my headset for a minute, and only when I don't have like my own background side tone noise, I was like, "Oh, there's actually some nice little jazz
All right.
going on here."
Ah.
So- Aqua, were you able to enter that yourself?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know you. Oh, y'all can enter your own initiative. That's nice. I
Yeah.
never knew that about Roll20.
Oh my god, yes you can. There we are.
Where?
I'll
How?
start your
We're
job.
all learning today.
There you go.
I wasn't lying when I said I've used Roll20 quite a bit.
Roll20 definitely is a well of resource to be tapped, isn't it? You just need
There
to
we go.
know.
Yeah,
how to
it
do
just
things.
takes some.
Yeah, I
takes
think-
some getting used
I
to.
think the only struggle we had was that we are all playing weird, dumb races. It makes the character manager was not happy.
Yeah.
Character Mancer did have an issue with that. For me
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh, I
Yeah,
just always enter
exactly.
it in manually. I never bother with the character mancer.
I just typed it in, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just.
But if anyone from Roll20 is watching, it's all great. There's
We love it.
times here now.
We love it, and we also enjoy sponsorships. So
come talk to us.
Yeah.
Drop us a DM.
Look
or a
at
whisper.
that. I have everyone. Dude. Found. Garden. Visitors. Players. Jordan. We're all good.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Baagsy, yes.
Baagsy, you make it to the grass, and you start doing your chewing, and immediately you can hear the two found guards going, "What the bloody hell is this?"
That's a
Kind
bold
of-
choice. It's a bold
We're not
choice.
talking about this sheep in the garden.
I just bleat.
This one.
Continue chewing.
Man. All right, so you're hanging out. I mean, is that you wanted?
Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting. Like, if we're doing it in terms of like, holding actions and stuff, because it wasn't the plan. Like, Maybell was gonna do the bells, and then Sibs was gonna howl. Was that?
When
That's
everyone
the
was in position,
signal?
I was going to howl, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so like to make that look more realistic, we kind of implied that I would like kind of trample on him. So I'll kind of, within all of this happening, like amble over towards Sib so it looks like accidental, just a sheep crossing his path, getting in his way. For him to
All right.
howl.
Question. This is an important distinction. Are you wearing a cloak?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have a cloak. Why would I have a cloak?
That's
For our-
right.
it's our membership
I know. That's why it's
Oh.
very important for me to figure out. So you are.
So on the cloaks, did you say there was like a number on the cloaks?
There's a insignia for the last hope.
Okay, so mine's like spray painted onto my wool. Like,
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Noted.
Oh my god.
All right,
I
so
think
you
you have a
can
little
move.
clip in your ear, like.
Go ahead and move to where you want to move.
what was that, sorry?
Go ahead and move to where you wanted. You said you want to move a little closer to Sibs.
Yeah, essentially I'll end up so I kind of cross over his path.
Maybell.
Tip the cap.
Yeah.
You are over there stretching. You haven't heard the signal to start yet.
Okay.
You notice through the hedges, you do hear chatting, what sounds to be like maybe some visitors right around this hedge to the south of you.
I start jumping wildly and flailing my arms, making as much noise as possible.
Okay, go ahead and make a performance check.
Not proficient in that. 0. All right. Hold on. No, that's a 1. I'd probably fall over.
No.
You're making a ruckus, right? You're
Yeah.
kind of, yeah. Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, so fountain guard. One of the fountain guards is going to leave his post and come right here and say to Sibs. He's gonna say, "Oi, is this sheep yours? Does he belong to you?
Can
Why
I
did you
turn
bring him
around
to
and
the
be like,
garden? We've got plans out. What's the deal? What's the purpose of this?" And you're next. You get to answer right now.
Why don't you mind your own business?
That's gonna have to be an intimidation check there.
Damn it.
We shouldn't have left Sibs.
Sibs is not charismatic or intimidating, so this -1 to whatever I get here.
Oh no.
Oh,
This
it was
can
a
only end
19
well.
though, so 18.
Hey. Oh man, that's funny.
You see kind of like just some shock go over the guard's face, and you see him contemplating his current situation. And he looks past you towards the palace guard. And the palace guard begins to take a step down. And seeing that, the fountain guard says, well, good day then. And he walks. He can't walk all the way back, but he starts walking back towards his post. Is there anything you want to do, Sibs?
I guess just kind of follow his eye line to the palace guards, and then kind of grin widely at the palace guards. I go, hey, he was insulting my friend here.
Now give me... That's true, I mean... Well...
I'm happy to be deceptive.
That's true enough. Let's do deception. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't why I told him to go away, but... Okay. So instead of a -1, it's a +1 on deception, so that's 13.
13?
Yep, not charismatic, sorry. I don't know why I've engaged people in conversation.
The palace guard responds to that. The palace guard responds and says, "You have... Enjoy the rest of the garden, yeah?"
I'll just tip the cap. And notice Baagsy also has a cap on. Just kind of give her a nod with the hat.
They just kind of to each other.
All right, so these... I need to do some rolls real quick to determine where these guys are going.
Oh, okay. Ooh, exciting. They could go anywhere. I can't remember.
Oh, we got some
guys.
fireworks going on in here.
Yeah, this is a hell of a party. I can't remember what the signal was that you're waiting on to start. Is that the howl? Because I thought the howl was for Joran to
No,
go.
the howl. It is the signal for Joran to go. Yeah.
Yeah, we probably want to like
Maybell's
clear.
signal.
Maybe not clear the place out, but
Or is it like domino effect? We're waiting on Kipper to do his pamphlets, and then the other stuff falls into place after that.
because I think Kipper's gonna. I'm not sure yet whether Kipper's going to be kind of herding the guests into like a pointless corner, or maybe annoying them enough that they leave. But we will see. We'll see how the rolls take us.
Yes.
Oh,
Slow your roll.
So
Hey.
these visitors next to you, Kipper, they notice you approach and they turn and go, "Oh, look at you! I've never seen
Kipper loves that.
Do you speak?" And that's what wait for your turn.
Yeah, he takes a big
sorry.
inhale and he waits for his turn.
SpongeBob.
All the air leaves the room.
This visitor is walking around this way. This visitor is heading over towards these other golden roses. This one is actually still just looking at these. And then finally, this one heard the noises, and they've come around the corner now to Maybell. And they go, "Oh gosh, are you okay?"
Ow. And she just starts tearing up a little bit. Because both her pride is hurt and like her butt's a little bit hurt because she did collapse. So
Oh no.
All right,
We're
Aqua,
off
you're
to a
up.
great start. Yeah, I conjure my little ink creature, which I have to roll initiative for that one.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I got
need to...
It's pulled up if you want to look at my character sheet.
The picture, is there a picture? I'm trying to
No.
picture for an icon. Yeah, let me grab an icon real quick.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I didn't think about that.
I got a 12 on die.
Did you
For initiative?
Inkling, they might. She might bring Sorry.
Wait, what'd you? What happened
Sorry,
now?
after 50 sessions in the main campaign, the guys they're like, "Jack, stop the puns, please." Although some of them love the puns, some of them do their own.
I love puns.
do they find them punishing?
Yeah, that is their.
We're mostly
punishment.
just punny.
Hey! It's a squid. It's a kid.
Squid Kid.
Has a speed of where are we? It's not a very fast little guy.
Okay. Do you see the guy next to you?
I do.
You can move him.
Oh, good. I want to move him. 50. I made him green, right? So we're hopefully he's gonna blend in. He can move 15 feet at a time.
A leisurely pace.
So I'm gonna have him, and he can actually also
Do a little
Go.
dash.
Yeah, because you can just flatten down, right?
yeah, he can also fit through like like little spaces too.
He
So
could
I
fit
might
through
have
that.
him dash and
Okay.
go. I'm gonna have him dash and go over here and hide in the bushes. It would help if I selected the thing and not the other thing.
For ease, do you want to just have him be on your initiative? I think that might just be easier.
Sure.
Okay.
So I'll have him go over there,
Do
and
you want to move
then
anyone?
I am going to move over. Let me double check, make sure that this is within my range. I can move 20 feet, 25 feet. So I'll go about right here, and I'm gonna kind of keep an eye open right here for our good old friend. I'm gonna kind of like slowly kind of make my way over here to kind of, if I see him and he needs help, I'll have my invisibility up and ready to go.
Sounds good. Here we go. It is time. Kipper.
Yes.
Go, my boy.
So is this like a little old couple?
Yeah, we'll say that they're human. They seem to be well off. They probably live in the either Imperial District or Hills District. They seem to have money enough. They don't seem like business people, maybe retired or a little older but definitely here on a weekday when everyone else is working, checking out the flowers.
So obviously, I've walked over to them, pamphlet in hand. They're, oh, you're so cute. Do you speak? Kipper takes a big deep breath,
Boy,
and he
do
holds the pamphlet high, and he says, "Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Dagon?" He opens the pamphlet up and shows them, and it's it's got pictures, like really nice watercolor, which thinking about it has been an absolute bugger to actually paint up while they're underwater tribe everywhere. But yeah, so there's
Magic, man.
nice watercolors of like smiling happy fish, and then above them is this like terrifying like anglerfish type creature, but he doesn't seem to think that's weird. And he says, you like the sea? Who doesn't like the sea? What if maybe you like a god? What if you combine those?
I want to. Would you? Let's do a persuasion. I think there should be some performance aspect to this. I feel.
Sure.
Let's start with performance. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with performance, and that's gonna help determine how much attention they're gonna give you, and then we'll go to persuasion when it's more actual.
Gotcha. Right. That is a red hot one.
Oh no!
No!
The dead fish eyes.
Absolutely the kind of response that he's used to getting. Cool. So yeah, he's walked up, but what he's done is he's actually taken out the one of the original copies written in Abyssal, and so it's like looked upon by normal human eyes, like the letters are bleeding, and he's like just gibbering away. He got too excited,
Oh,
honey.
Quoting scripture in its original Abyssal, and it's just not doing anything for him.
You don't really get to even finish your spiel. You show them, you're going through your script, and the male puts up his hand and says, stop, go get a job. And they walk away.
Kipper.
Kipper uses a bonus action to feel sad.
Oh no.
Kipper's like holding on to his little pamphlet. And he's like,
for me, that's a free action.
Does he have
Yeah,
That
there
couple should make a wisdom saving throw for making him sad.
so
He's scared though. I mean, that was scary.
Sorry.
Disturbing.
They are now to the frightened condition.
So yeah, does Kipper get anything? Can he do anything else other than his failed attempt at speaking?
I'm gonna say that you can still move your movement. because you didn't get. If you would have been able to talk longer, you wouldn't have been. You would have been done. But because they cut you off, you actually do.
They didn't even break step. Okay,
Right.
so he takes a moment to sigh to himself, and then he will go like round here. He'll make his way around the corner, because that way now he's spotted this one down here. So
Target's acquired.
he's stopped and he's psyching himself up again.
Okay. Joran, it is high noon. He go ahead and give Baagsy and Sibs. Go ahead and give me perception checks. I also will have to roll one for this palace guard, and hopefully this doesn't end way too pre.
That'll be a 1. Crit fail.
Perception 12.
12. Okay, no, y'all don't see him, which is good. That's a good thing, right? Y'all don't see him.
What we don't see won't hurt us. That's the saying, right?
Well, if it means if you don't see him, there's a good chance anyone else sees him.
Yeah. Right. Man, we haven't even given them the signal yet. Come on.
All right. It's all right. He's in the clear. Okay, so he's waiting. Palace guards. So as you're kind of watching Sibs on these palace guards to get a feel for some reaction or something, you notice that they're pretty stiff and facing forward, but this palace guard, his eyes are pretty much trained on you guys now, whereas the other one is staring straight ahead, keeping an eye on the whole grounds. Seems like this palace guard is now paying attention to you guys pretty good. That's what they do. Baagsy.
Excellent.
Baagsy. Don't be sheepish. Get in there.
No pressure.
Okay.
Oh man, you just sheared that one off.
So, seeing that realistically we need this to start. I will wink at Sibs in an implication that he should howl as I kind of trot past him. And I'm going to... this is going to get me in trouble. I'm going to trot up to the... trot onto the palace step. There's steps, right?
So as soon as you step up onto the stone, this guard steps in front and says, he just kind of shakes his head and says, "Not this way."
Just gonna very slowly walk along the steps. I got that much movement. Funny. So I can get here. But in the aims of like trying to have him like looking in my direction, because I know he's gonna come from. I know where Joran's gonna come from, so I'm trying to get him to be looking away.
Go ahead and make me a performance check. This is why I love skills challenges. Performance checks all over the place. How often do y'all get to do performance checks?
That's true. That's true.
Well,
Except for the bards
It's
and
gonna
the
be
instrument.
good. Oh no, actually, I'm trained in performance. 14. It's not great, but
14.
yeah.
It's very irritating to these guards how nonchalant this situation is. Like they want you to be away because you're so out of their normal protocol that they're flustered. You can tell they're flustered. And one of them is even going to say to Sibs, "Could you please rein this in, please? We might have to kick you out."
I bleeped and tried to like chew his like trouser leg. Not like aggressively.
Yeah, we'll figure out what they do on their turn. Maybell.
all right. So the couple asked me if I was okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
I start slowly getting up, still crying, and I just kind of bring my hands to my eyes and like, "I want Kipper." Just full waterworks now.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Perfect.
Yeah, give me a performance.
If
I'm the darling of my people. Don't try me. Try me today. It's an 8.
They approach you, and you see that they are concerned, and they say, "Oh, we'll help you find who you're looking for. Let's go see if we can find them." And it seems like they're about to kind of take you and walk with you a little bit.
Perfect. I let them guide me.
Cool. Okay. Fountain guards. This one's. He hears the commotion, so this one never made it back to the post. Hears the commotion. Is like, what? Did I have an accent for this guy? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, he was
Oi!
British, I think.
Yeah,
he was
some form of my British.
Yes.
Oi! Come on, man! Can't you take care of this? What's the deal?
Oh,
And he comes up to you. Yeah, he's saying it to you. Like, Baagsy hasn't talked yet. You got to talk? As far as these guards are concerned, it seems like they think you are this sheep's keeper. Because you're next and you defend his honor and everything.
This isn't Cain and Abel.
You're both
So now
dressed
you've
the
got-
same. That's obviously yours.
So now you've got this guard kind of standing there, hands on hips, kind of like, what's the deal? And it's now your turn. Oh, gosh, this is okay.
Hey, okay. I will fix this. Just bear with me, friend. Come with me. He will listen to authority. Come on. And kind of grab him round the shoulder and lead him. Like
You grab the guard, or
yeah, just not forcefully, but just put my arm kind of around him and just kind of edge him suggest he goes in the same direction as me and offer my hand out.
we'll say he's able to walk with you a little ways. He didn't use much of his movement, so we'll just say he and you are walking
Blessings.
towards Baagsy.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of.
And I'll if I can. Where was I? I was there, wasn't I? So I've got the wrong thing up. Hang on. Measuring things. Ooh.
Mm.
So yeah, so with 30 feet, perfect. I'll get there in front of the guard. So basically, I'm kind of reaching around the guard to Baagsy and go, no, sheep, come here, sheep, come on, work with me, please, come on, and like get my hand very close to Baagsy's mouth and wait for the moment for her to take the bait.
Okay.
But really distracting the palace guard and the fountain guard is the general idea here.
Sure. All right. So the visitors' turns. The ones that were talking to Kipper, as soon as you started walking the other direction, now they are beelining it away from that.
Yeah.
So I need a new direction from them. That's weird. But okay, sure. Then this guy south is now viewing bees, flowers. The guy here in the middle, where was he was going? Okay, so he's kind of heading. He was heading over to this other batch of the golden roses. 4 is not in. 4 is down here. Where's 4 going? 4's okay. So 4. He's going to start making his way over this way. He's kind of coming around all the commotion near the palace. It seems like he's walking to a new area, but he's also really enjoying kind of listening to what's going on over here. And then the ones are going to grab Maybell and they're going to start walking with you. We'll say you get to walk a little bit. I know there's a little freehand here, but to keep the story going. And so you guys are starting to walk towards the middle, towards the center of the garden. The garden guards are doing their patrol. So he's going that way. He's coming. Man, y'all got a little crowd over there. And we are back to
the stealthy ones, and we're just getting everyone coming over to us.
Where is this guy looking?
He does a pretty good job of scanning the area. Right now, he is kind of looking back at you guys. The commotion is kind of keeping eyes, but he turns back around, backward towards you every once in a while. but most of his attention is back towards these guys, towards the palace.
All right. I'm going to move. About over here, myself, and I want to move my little guy, out of his line of sight over here. Can I have my Inkling pick a rose?
Go ahead and first make me a stealth check with your Inkling.
Yeah. Let's see. What do I roll for that? I roll a d20, and then what
D20.
do I do with the...
Oh, because yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you can find his stat. I think it's on your case.
I have it in my
Yeah,
thing pulled up.
dexterity.
Well, I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration just in case.
Okay.
Good call.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh boy.
D6.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 14 stealth
Okay.
with my inspiration to him.
Okay, and so it can make an attack. What kind of can it make an attack?
It can't make an attack, I don't believe, but it can like go through things. It acts independently of you, always obeys commands. It rolls its own initiative, cannot attack, but it can take other actions as normal, and I can communicate with it telepathically. It literally has like I think 4 hit points.
1. It has uno.
1.
Uno.
It has like a D4 minus 1, I think is what it says,
Yeah.
something like that. It's
So-
baby.
Your Inkling goes to the bush, and you can communicate telepathically, and you don't hear anything from the Inkling, but you get a frustration. You just get a feeling of frustration. And the Inkling says, "Can't bend, can't break."
Oh.
I tried. Okay. He's doing his best.
He's doing his best.
Yeah, and then I guess I assume that he hasn't started yet, but can I roll perception again, or can I look perception to see if I can find our friend Joran?
You go ahead and roll it. Line of sight wise, you remember from the sketch that it'd be very difficult to see him.
He shouldn't be here yet, but I want to like keep an eye open.
Sure.
I forgot a thing I could do. Never mind.
Oh. Perception is 12.
Nothing yet, but
Okay.
but I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold that roll for a second.
Okay.
Kipper.
Hello. Gosh, I am in the middle of nowhere. So I have 2 options here. I can either like start literally just shouting scripture at this guy down here. I can't get to him, but I can like get
An
half
abyssal or common?
Dashing towards him,
I'll try
holding
the
up
common.
leaflets, running at
just
him.
like throwing over. Or I do have a couple of spells that might create a distraction in this middle sort of area, but I'm thinking it might be worth saving those because it's going to take Joran a while to get up there. So yeah, Kipper is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces down here. How far do you reckon his voice can carry?
It can carry. Oh, the music stopped.
Mm.
You think you can reach? You think you can reach that guy? You're not too far away. You'd have to yell, but you could.
That is absolutely fine. So Kipper gets to this point, and he says, "Excuse me, sir." He holds up the leaflet. Do you want to know about Dagon? He's great. Please.
All right.
Please.
Another performance check.
performance check. I'm trying to entice him to come and talk to me. That is marginally better than last time. That is an 11.
Okay. Yeah, not angry. You have a feeling he probably didn't catch all of that. He knows you're asking to talk to him, but he probably didn't catch everything you said.
It doesn't know why.
He's got your attention. He's got your attention.
Cool.
So...
Perfect.
That's a good start. Cool. And then that's Kipper. Yeah, he's done. He's achieved his goals.
As they've said in the chat, hook, line, and sinker.
All right.
Kipper finds that sensitive.
Jorn has not heard the go signal yet. However, Jorn has witnessed all of the commotion happening at the front of the palace, and seeing everyone so distracted, he's actually just gonna go. He's just gonna go.
Jorn, you fool.
You fool.
So, anyone that wants to make, but actually, you do hear a bird call. He's like, he thinks maybe I should warn them. So he does do the bird call he did for you in the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
We can roll perception if you actually hear it. You definitely hear it, but it's loud enough. There's not a lot of people here, but he's going to start walking, and no one can see what he's doing yet. But there he goes. Only roll I have to make right now is the palace guard.
Did that happen for everyone else too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now everyone's video's gone on my end. That's weird.
Yeah, same.
Whoopsies.
Should we like refresh real fast?
We'll give it a little sec. It did this to me, and then everyone just loaded right. Like.
Oh, okay. As long as it.
I was going to say, on hearing the bird call, because we know that's the signal for, I guess that'll be a cue to then do the howl to try and distract everyone. As if I've been bitten by Baagsy, just be like, oh!
You wanted to do that right now, or on your turn? Or?
Well, I could do it on my turn.
Yeah, I one of the home rules I do is free actions. If you've had your turn in a round, I do believe that 6 seconds of talk is something you could do as a free action. So if you want to do it right now, I'll let you do the howl.
I probably shouldn't I, guys? He's making a move. So yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a performance check on this howl.
Okie dokie. -1 to this roll. Oh god, 6.
Oh no.
It comes out first as like a scream. You're kind of nervous. You're like, oh shit, it's happening. And it comes out as a scream at first that melds into a howl. So it's like,
Performance anxiety is nothing to be ashamed about, guys.
The reverse howling dog is all I hear.
But you did manage to distract this palace guard enough that he turned, in a potential chance when he may have seen Jorn start, he turned to regard you for the howl. So that was actually very good timing on that. It's the palace guard's turn with the howl. Actually.
Oh,
you are here. Okay.
This one seems to have a little bit of a different color scheme and a little bit more plumage on the ceremonial pieces of the armor, like more of a red feather coming between 2 yellow feathers, where the other guards have 2 feathers. He seems to be maybe a little bit more rank, not rank as in smelly, but higher rank the other guards. And he kind of comes out from the palace and says, "Do you need help? Is there a situation?" And he's talking to his guards. And the other guards come back and they say, "No, I think these guys are done. I think it's about time they leave."
Ooh.
So they turn to you and they say, "Unless you can manage to behave." Sibs or Baagsy?
Ooh, I'm still like going with the hand, like.
We'll wait for your turn then. But they're now kind of waiting for you guys to make the next gesture.
Oh, gesture. Right, Baagsy, go ahead.
Okay, so I've at least noticed that Joran did the bird call, so I presume he's already moving. I think maybe just God, I don't know. Just start kind of wandering off again.
You want to just kind of wander off in a direction? I mean, it is kind of canon for you now.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
kind of hoping that the guard's eye line kind of follows. Is the one across the way looking at me or not?
The Found Guard?
No, the other palace guard that I'm not next to.
Oh, that one? Yeah, both of all the palace guards are looking at you guys right now.
Okay.
They've told you to move on, basically. Move along.
Move along.
Move along here.
Get out of here.
Doors
Okay.
locked. Move on to the next one.
Step down onto the grass and maybe go and stand between these two guards.
Okay.
Just stand there looking at them. I'm just trying to keep all eye line so they're
Sure.
turned away from that corner.
He's just standing there menacingly.
Always, never trust the sheep. Maybell.
Yeah. Do I hear the howl? Because that was my signal to bolt.
You definitely hear the howl. Everyone can hear the howl. The howl was definitely enough getting out there.
Welcome.
Cool. I yell, "Oh, Sibs," and very quickly thank the nice couple and just start sprinting towards Aqua because, you know.
Aqua over here trying to be all conspicuous. Sheep just like comes out of nowhere.
I'm not gonna like ball into you, but
You mean into you?
Ah.
where's
So go ahead and move your character to where you're running to.
yeah. And can I take technically a dash and just full bore sprint and go 60? Jangling all the while.
Jingle all the way. Hey, I think we're all back now.
Full house.
Yes.
Oh, I only have to open every single character sheet again.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's-
I'm so mad. Okay. So you dashed, you hoofed it.
I did.
Okay, so next would be the fountain guards. Still bringing up all these sheets. Okay,
No.
the fountain guards. The sheet is now between these two guards. Fountain guard looks at the garden and says, "This guard," and says, "You got this, right? Yeah, you take care of them, okay?" And he's going back to his post. He's gonna just walk quickly back, and he starts like recounting the events to the
Can I?
A
Can I-
sheep sprinting across the way.
Before he does that, though, I don't know if this is a bad idea, but like as an attack of opportunity style thing, can I
Okay.
try like grabbing at his like clothes, like chewing, like to try and distract him and stop him leaving?
Yeah,
So again,
go
it's
ahead.
not like I'm not being aggressively like biting him. It's specifically just kind of like
Yeah.
It's like
Ooh,
bugging his
food.
head.
Hashtag just sheep things.
It is though. They eat everything.
no, that would be a. Oh no, it's a 7. What am I adding to it?
Your bite, whatever your bite modifier would be, because I think you have a bite in your sheet, I believe.
I know I do.
No, maybe not. We'll just say your dex modifier. So add 3 plus
Okay.
proficiency, maybe. Because I have a feeling you'd be proficient in your own bite.
12 then.
12?
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna hit. Oh, you do touch the armor, but you basically went for a plate of like scale mail or something, a part of it where like your flat grinding teeth just kind of glance off of it, and you don't catch purchase on it as he's walking away. You do notice he turns around and goes, "What the hell?" and he shakes his leg off as he's walking away.
They're so mad. They just need to relax.
That's them. Sibs.
So I realised now from checking my character sheet again that I had the perfect thing last time as a bonus action, which I completely forgot about. So I'll do it this time as a bonus action, Eye for Detail, which means I can use a bonus action to make a perception check to spot a hidden creature or object. So I'd like to kind of
Okay.
look for
Oh.
Sure, go for it.
Right.
Give me perception.
I mean, it would have been perfect, but that was a 2 on the dice, so that's a 6.
Oh no.
Nope,
You must be a really good spy.
He must be really good. Yeah.
That costume is so
Gosh,
great.
Oh, thanks.
and then for your action.
Oh,
Yes.
and then I will basically I'll start shooing Baagsy away, but like just sure, come on, and like herd him towards the fountain, I guess, and turn to kind of the guards. I'm so sorry. Hey, look, no hard feelings, and I pull out the drink. Other brands are available. The dark liquor that I saw in the bar.
Uh-huh.
Like offer it
This is
to
from
them.
Palace Guard. The Palace Guard or the guard? Which guard?
Both of them, the garden guard, the palace guard. Just offer it offer it openly to them. Like,
Beautiful.
"Come on, for after your shift, you know, everyone have some time off."
Okay, we'll get to their response on their turn.
That's ominous.
Wow.
Visitors. So he's going. So he would be going down towards the golden roses on this side.
They saw a sheep sprinting at them and they panicked.
So this one has started walking towards you, Kipper.
Excellent.
Just casually, knowing that you're gonna like he's still actually kind of even looking around. It's a younger half elf, and you see that he's wearing clothes that are like rebellious. He's kind of seems like he's a teen, maybe like a older teenager, half elf.
Would you say he's all impressionable?
Oh, no.
I would say impressionable for sure.
Excellent.
Get that
So
good old
he's-
extreme teen Bible.
Yeah.
This guy, it's not him. These guys are making their way around these flowers.
Got my little Inkling hiding in the bushes. Tried so hard.
These guys, so these guys are confused because you just ran off. And they were going to help you, and so they're just going to return to where they were looking before. And let's see for how long they're going to stay there.
Oh.
Okay. And this guy, right, he's this one. All right, that's all the visitors. Garden guards are still doing their patrol. At least this one is.
Jordan.
This one is trying to escort Baagsy away from the palace. Like he doesn't really know where he's going yet, but away from the palace guard. So do you let him kind of push you in a direction, or are you resistant?
Yeah, I'll let him.
We'll say that you guys both kind of start heading this way.
Okay.
That's that. Aqua.
Yes.
You're
Let me see. That's not the thing I wanted to do. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and move this way. I want to be about here. And just gonna same thing, keep an eye open, and then on my little guy, I want to see. Let's see. I'm just trying to stealth mission as much as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully he blends in right here next to you, Maybell. Don't be alarmed.
Might have to roll for that, but yeah.
It's fine. What am I rolling? Stealth.
Stealthing
What
past
I-
the jangling.
I've seen this
Maybell.
before, though, right?
You would have seen it
Yeah.
before.
I'm also
You
like
would've-
full.
You also what?
Oh, video's frozen. as well.
Fully disconnected.
We
Oh.
must, have it-
Man, it's a rough day for stream, huh?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I mean, Kai said there was some lightning or something. There was a storm in their area.
There was a thunderstorm.
Oh, yeah.
So he might,
Yeah.
he might,
Yeah. He'll be
he
back.
might have just dropped.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. We can we'll address that, but we'll say that he's not that Maybell's not surprised by that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Sorry.
Sorry, my net died.
We.
Okay.
What else did you want to do?
Just once again, kind of seeing if I can perception down there.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah. Do I need to roll stealth for my little guy?
No, I've still got the previous roll in mind.
Okay. Perception. 15.
No, you still can't really see anything over by Joran or anything. But
All right. And I'll give somebody who seems like they're in the most need of a D6 right now. I guess the only person.
Joran.
You know what? Yeah. Would I be allowed to give Joran a bardic inspiration?
I'm gonna say you can do it, but what it would
Yeah.
take is basically like saying something inspirational out to nowhere.
Loudly proclaiming.
Announcing.
These gardens are so inspirational. I'm overwhelmed with emotion, and I cannot fathom
Beauty.
a life without such beauty and majesty that is found in these gardens.
We'll say that somehow you read that Joran really actually loves flowers, and that inspired him a little bit. He's now
That's
more.
why he
pumped
took
about
this
the
job.
mission. Yeah, that's why he took this. And the
Utterly ridiculous.
All right, Kipper, here's your chance.
So
The flowers for him.
yeah. So Kipper strides purposefully towards this disaffected teenager, and opens immediately with, "How do you do, fellow young person?
All right.
Hello, fellow kids.
You
Oh, God.
you look like a young man who is interested in counterculture. This is a land of Paylor. How do you feel about Paylor?"
He says, "Yeah, I mean, my parents like him a lot, but not really my thing."
Well, you know what the cool kids are interested in these days? Dagon. And he brings out the pamphlet. Whips it out. It's like a card trick. Like, where'd it come from? And he opens it up and says, "The opposite of Paylor, Dagon. He's in the sea. And the sea is the opposite of the sun. And what is more counterculture? What is more rebellious than worshipping Dagon in a place of Paylor's influence?"
I think this is going to be a perception or a persuasion check with advantage because
I
you
love
are
that.
really appealing to his rebellious teenage angst.
Come on, Kipper.
Okay, come on
Love
now. That is not ideal. That is
dear.
a 10.
No.
One of that was a
Kipper,
6 and a 1.
Oh,
Kipper has very
Not
good
having a laugh.
persuasion, but not very good dice, it would seem. Kipper
He
is going
doesn't
to
believe in
swap out
himself
these dice
today.
because they are cursed.
So
Slippery fish.
The kid looks at he's looking at the pamphlet and looks and he goes, "Great, just another person not listening to me like my dad," and starts walking away.
Reaction to feel sad.
Definitely going to be
For him or
No.
for you one day.
For Kipper.
Not the
He's-
sadness action.
He's trying.
He's doing his best.
Yeah.
He's
just not-
currently swimming against the current, but you know. he'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
One day they will reach the lake.
Yes.
Everything is just upstream.
All the metaphors work in this. This is all straight from scripture, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't think he can do much. Well, it depends how much. I mean, that was a check, so I'm going to guess that was an action. So let me think. I mean, he only used maybe about 25 foot. So if with your permission, if he can start ambling this way, just sort of start like make an extra 5 foot in that direction, he's going to change tack. He's obviously the recruiting people to Dagon's cause not going well. So yeah, he's going to try something a little more based around his spell book.
Okay. Joran. All right. He's on the move. He's going. He's now out of the view of the palace guard he feels. And he's going. And right when he gets at the end of his movement, he notices the garden guard that now is pathing pretty much directly for him. And palace guards, they're not moving really. They're still waiting for you guys to move an appropriate distance. It seems like an appropriate distance away from the palace, you know. It doesn't. You don't really get a feeling yet if they are kicking you out. They want you away for now.
Just
Baagsy.
Okay. I am gonna move up away from this guard that was with me now. Just so I go off on my own now.
You'll trot away from him.
Yeah. And I'm gonna come up to this guard. I'm just gonna sidle on up next to him, stand there for a second chewing, and then go, hey. Just saw that guy over there. Just say, I just saw that guy over there swipe one of those golden flowers. You should probably kick him out. Like nodding at the guy who stood at the flowers currently.
This
the blue
dude?
guy.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, the blue guy.
Blue
This
guy?
one.
Yeah.
Ah.
A deception check.
small.
Come on, Bass man.
I am trained in deception. So.
God.
Good.
23.
Oh!
Nice.
Punning,
This
punning,
poor-
He
punning,
looks at
punning.
you.
This poor
He looks at you
fool.
and goes, "This whole time you could talk. This whole time you could have said something, and now you're saying something."
I was sheep of few words.
Boy, get this sheep. Do your job. He's pointing back to the other guard, and he kind of sighs, and he starts walking towards this guy. And he goes, "Hey, you! Hold on a sec." That's what
Poor fool.
Maybell.
Would Maybell think the guard's talking to her? That's my
Sure.
question.
I-
I need
Make
my
a-
god dice.
Perception check and see if you can.
Perception.
Yeah, because who is he looking at when he says that?
15. No modifier on that, so 15.
You're confident that he's not talking to you.
Okay, I keep going.
Jingle, 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 jingle.
They're like
Jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle.
with one sheep, and another sheep person is just like going across, like background screen, just like going across.
Ah!
Kipper! Screaming.
Oh my gosh.
It just seems like a regular garden party in Solar.
It's fine.
I would say you are definitely well past their traditional Wednesday.
I mean, she's. I mean, Maybell's basically a Morris dancer, right? With all of those like bells and swinging around.
Twing, twing, twing.
All right, so Fountain Guard. He is going to go up and start talking to this guy, and you can tell that he's asking some general questions right now. But it looks like he's going to be doing a little bit of a process over there. The other Fountain Guard doesn't do. He's holding his post. No one's interacting with him, so he's just kind of like trying to keep quiet so no one will interact with him. Probably. Sibs.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Needs to be left alone.
So if the Palace Guard isn't interested in the bottle of rum, I guess I will.
Oh, did I miss that? I missed that, didn't I?
I
Right.
thought he just ignored me, to be honest.
Actually, what I want to say is that the guy that came out, the higher ranked Palace Guard, kind of just says, "Not on duty." You see that the Palace Guard, the guard doesn't reach.
Come meet me later, and we can give it to you then. That's fine. And I'll just.
He slowly leans in. You hear, "Where?"
The eastern, the northwestern corner.
No, I mean like, not here. Where later? Later. Where do I find you later?
Oh,
For the liquor.
Both. I'll find you. How about that? If you hang around outside the palace, I will come.
We'll meet up with the barkeep later.
Backs away. He kind of goes, just sits back, stands back up to full posture, and doesn't say anything else.
I just give a little wink, and I'll head back this way. Probably towards the Fountain Guard, because so these flowers that Jorah needs to get, it's around near the fountain, right? The one that he's going to
It's these on the side here, yeah.
Cool.
The yellow flowers at the front.
Will,
It's the front. Yeah.
In which case, I will make for the other Fountain Guards. With all my movement, I can get to there. So, but I can call over to him. I'll go. Psst. Hey, you. Hey, come here.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
-1. It's coming up. There we go.
Oh.
11, so 10.
And the Fountain Guards are a little more interactive, and he says, "Can't you see I'm working here? Working here." Yeah.
Working here.
And he doesn't really acknowledge it.
Okay, that's okay. I'll try next time. Oh, and
The story you're going to tell about this weird wolf guy trying to get everyone drunk while they're on.
The wolf and the sheep. They will tell us. Tell stories.
This will definitely be on. This will be a favorite story from these guards for.
I'll finally use a bonus action again, just to eye for detail, just to keep an eye out for Jorah, because I don't know where he is, so I'm gonna try and look for him. Oh, terrible! An 8.
Oh
rolls.
no.
My rolls. Ah!
You don't see him. Visitors. Okay, so this one. Where'd one go? Where'd he go?
He's gone. He left.
Which
He
one?
saw the commotion going on. He's like,
no.
nah, I think I'm gonna go home.
One is staying. Okay, so one's staying here a little longer. Come back. 2 is this guy. So he's the one that Kipper kind of. He's not like mad at you or afraid of you or anything. He wasn't interested. So he's actually going. He was trying to go around here, so he's going to be right about here.
How tall are these hedges? These like main. Hedges?
They're tall. They're like 15 feet. 12,
Oh, right,
12
cool.
15 feet. Yeah, they're kind of big and tall.
Taller than most of us.
Yeah.
Taller than all of us.
3 times my height.
So blue guy, yeah, he's looking at these. So he's staying in the inner part.
didn't
Oh
get in
no,
trouble.
no,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I thought it was being searched.
He's being like freaking interrogated.
They are the guard is now on the guard's turn, the fountain guard's turn. He's going to be going through the guy's bag, unfortunately. So we're going to say
A distraction.
A distraction right next to the objective.
Yeah, I didn't think it through. I thought he would bring him over there. It's not, you know.
It's all right. We've got a
very
while
little brain.
Anyway,
visitor 20 feet, 15,
Big plans.
greater than 10. Okay, so this one doesn't get. Okay, but this last guy, last visitors, where are they going? They are staying here for a little bit. They move over here, but they're still staying around here, and that is it. Okay, Garden Guard. Garden Guard is going on his patrol. This one is.
No.
30 feet. Is that enough?
Mm,
Guard 30 feet. 10 to 30 feet. Yes, it is. He gets a check.
I wish my pool wasn't
Aqua,
stupid.
do something.
No.
Doesn't do very well. So, nothing yet, but he is close. Oh boy. The other Garden Guard is chasing after Baagsy. Oh, come on now! Just go where I'm telling him to go, and he's still trying to shoo you kind of towards the entrance. He does. I mean, Sibs is off doing. He's kind of just trying to get you towards the entrance. So think about if that's what's going to happen. So you've got him pretty good and occupied. Aqua.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take advantage of this distraction happening over here, and I'm gonna have my little Inkling go swoop over here into the bush. And I'm going to kind of scoot over a bit and see this guard, and I'm gonna, because this is the path he showed us that he was going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go, excuse me, how well are you versed in all like the flora and flowers and stuff here? I had a question about these ones, and I'm gonna point to the flowers over here. I'm trying to get this guard's attention.
Mm-hmm. Give me a persuasion check.
I'm good at that. Be good to me, be good to me, be good to me. Yes. 21. Got a 16 on die.
Nice.
The guard turns around and he says, "Oh, sure thing, ma'am." And he starts walking in your direction. So on his turn, he's going to be heading up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like kind of far-ish back here to kind of coax him as much over here as possible.
Okay. Perfect. Kipper?
That time already. So, what is Kipper doing with his life? He's in a bit of a weird place, both physically and emotionally. So, he is gonna start heading back up. He's gonna just do a lot of movement this turn, I think. So if he can dash, so that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a dash. 1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
5, 6. Hi.
Oh no.
That's what they call the recruit.
He rounds the corner and sees Maybell barreling towards him. And he just has this big smile on his face. He's like, "Hi, Maybell."
Slam.
So apparently the sadness bonus action only lasts till the beginning of your next turn. Let's see. When you saying you were being sad as a bonus action?
Oh yes, I was. Yeah.
Real quick. Sort of
Yeah,
thing.
he has very fleeting emotions.
He bounces back real fast.
Yeah, he's used to it. It's fine.
He learned that in
Yeah,
school.
he basically just did a lot of movement, try and get himself somewhere a bit more useful.
Just keep swimming.
Yeah.
Keep swimming. Keep swimming.
Keep
Okay.
swimming.
I need a perception check from Aqua.
I can do that.
Oh.
Pull up my modifier. Yes! I love this D20 so much. 24. 24.
Okay, so what you see is.
Yes.
As the guard is walking towards you, you're kind of looking back, giving him a smile. It's an awkward amount of time it's taking him to walk towards you, but you're doing that awkward waiting for this person you engaged with.
I'm just kidding.
You see like as a little bush goes across the road right there.
It's like prop hunt.
Bless. It's like prop hunt.
Yes.
Oh, bless this bush.
And the guard will get to make a roll, but it will be a disadvantage because he's looking the other way and he's technically distracted by you. So, yep,
So
it's not going to
distracted.
be enough. So Jordan manages to get to kind of out of immediate pathway or danger now here, but there's still the visitors and the guard to deal with. So he's good where he is right now. Go to the palace guard. Seeing that things have kind of resolved here, this guy is going inside. Seems to be back to relative normalcy. Baagsy.
Okay. Well. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna move up so I'm closer.
This fountain guard hates you now. All of them.
Dang
The fountain guard
shit.
hates you too. You have definitely drawn the most ire out of all these people.
And I'll just sort of like chew, and then I'll be like, I'll be like, thieves often leave bags hidden elsewhere from their main spot. When I came in, I think I noticed him stash something up in the whatever side is the top left corner on our map, like
Okay.
I don't know, that corner. When we came in, perhaps you should go and check
Let's
that
do
out. He
another
might
deception.
have put more flowers in there.
It sounds really bad.
I mean,
So,
These
I
guards
feel
are
like
gonna
these poor
have PTSD,
guards.
post-traumatic sheep disorder. In the chat, sorry.
This is gonna be, I can handle a man, I can handle a sheep man. I can't handle a fucking sheep though.
it is a 22.
It's gonna
Okay.
have venison.
He looks at you and he's frustrated. This fountain guard is frustrated. He looks at you and goes, I know how to do my job.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm not
you.
arguing that, but
Can you show me?
what was the last bit?
He says, but thank you. This could be good if I catch this guy. So can you show me? You're coming with us, bugger. And this guy is just like, what the hell did I do?
This poor guy.
You convince them now to go with you. So you all start walking towards that direction that you said. You like you start walking that direction.
Oh, can't believe that the sheep is the leader. What is this?
Yeah, you guys are all like flustered and like kind of not very organized. This sheep is like, if in retrospect, you could just be like, I had a plan the whole time, man. It went perfect.
Does that mean that we're all sheeple at this point?
Yeah. I especially.
I mean,
You even more so than the rest.
no ordinary sheep. I mean, this is, a mafia boss.
You. Maybell, were you sheep to sheep?
Sheep to sheep.
Yeah. So Kipper walks out or runs out in front of me, and I kind of skid. I skid to a stop.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no. No. It's a 2.
No.
You running on 2 feet, you stop, but your hooves kind of give ground on this loose dirt, and you slide a little bit kind of into Kipper's feet. Kipper, go ahead and give me a dexterity.
My weakness.
Gladly. Oh, it's not going to be great. Dex save is a 9.
Yep. Maybell comes in, sliding like a throw at home plate, and takes it out. And both are now just lying on the ground, not hurt,
Just
Peter Griffin.
Unexpected. Yeah. So obviously he's come around the corner with greetings, and she just baseball slides into his legs and just face plants the ground.
Yep.
He's got gravel stuck to his scales.
Oh no!
So we'll say for both of you, you'll have to use half your movement to stand up, and then Maybell, you can take your turn.
You've beached Kipper.
No.
Hi, Kipper, and she just stands up.
Kipper's on a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh.
What else do you want to do, maybe?
So I kind of brush myself off, and I look around, and I see a tourist in the walkway, and I look at Kipper. Should I keep running, or
Oh yeah,
is it like drums?
That's what she's doing. I forgot.
Yeah. You're supposed to sprint around the perimeter.
Oh my gosh. I forgot about that.
Kipper hasn't seen Joram, so he's like.
But y'all did hear the howl. You did hear the howl.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So
Who of us heard the bird call?
Kipper.
Some people. I don't think everyone.
Kipper will just suggest that maybe switching to the drums might be a good little tactic. I've tried speaking to a few people, but they don't want to listen to what I have to say. Maybe they'd like some music.
I like listening to you talk, Kipper.
Aww.
And he hands her a pamphlet.
Oh, she takes it, she folds in, she puts it into her bag. She has like 30.
Yeah. Every time you haven't outright told me to shut up, I've handed you a pamphlet.
Saves them, every single one.
Yeah.
To be fair, he does remember which ones he's given you, so most of them are like you have the variety.
It's like a trading card pack.
They're like all different. Like
You have like a limited edition one.
Yeah, I only ever have one of any individual pamphlet.
You have like his first like handwritten one that he ever made.
Oh, yeah. It's like laminated.
Yeah. You have to with how like watery and lead.
Wait, I was at half speed.
Yeah, half speed.
Hold on, I forgot about it. There, okay. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I turn around, I pull my drum from my hip and just start ba-da-ba-da-ba as I start walking back.
Cool. Fountain Guard. Man, the Garden Guard was with you guys. He's up there too. Like, you've just got this group of people now involved in this thing. So I'm actually going to say that he's taking his turn with you. These two guards are going to just take their turn with you, Baagsy, and the visitor. They're all just kind of part of your deal now. The other Fountain Guard is fine. Sibs.
Okay. Well, Sibs hasn't seen Joran. Thinking of a plan B, just in case. So he'd like to saunter over to the tourists over here.
Okay.
And just go, oh, hello. You look new here. Have you been to garden party before?
Go ahead and give me we'll do performance because you're kind of getting them engaged in conversation.
Sure. Nope, natural 1. 0 is my score.
Oh, wow.
How many ones have you rolled?
That's another dice
So just
going into
so you
jail.
know,
It's done.
This is the
crowded
couple
in
that
there.
people went to first. So they're already like in a mood of just like, the hell just happened? And then here comes Sibs in his jacket and hat and his cigarette. Says, how you guys doing? And they say, well, we're really just here trying to enjoy our time together and taking the flowers. Thank you though. And they turn away.
Oh,
That's
okay.
sass, though.
Well, presumably they turn their back on me, right?
They do, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'd like to check and see where the fountain guard's looking currently. The one that's actually by the fountain. Just kind of
I'm so
over my shoulder.
concerned.
He's
It's
looking
fine.
forward at this a group of people escorting Baagsy. He's watching that whole situation.
I'd like to, if I can. Well, I guess it's either an action or a bonus action. I don't know if I suppose it was an action interacting, wasn't it? Can I use a bonus action to try and hide just amongst the just
Are you,
by the fountain here?
You're gonna.
I want to hide
If
from
they
the
turn their back to
vanguard.
you. Okay. Go ahead and make your stealth check.
Okay. I haven't got -1 on this roll, so fingers crossed.
He didn't roll good either.
For God's sake, I rolled a 2, so that's 7. What is happening? It's the worst
You
roll
were so
ever.
close.
Well, I know who I'm giving bardic inspiration to next. Last one, use it well.
Okay. So you don't really know what his reaction is going to be yet.
No, I'm so. I'm Sibs. Hi, don't do this. I'm stealthy. It's fine.
All right. Tourists. So the ones near you are now trying to get away from you. And they're walking
I'm
across.
happy with that. That's fine.
To Kipper, this guy was trying to get away from you, so he's walking. 3, go. So this guy is still walking with Baagsy in that group. This guy is going to, let's see how long he's going to hang out at these flowers here. Oh, okay. So this guy stopped and is looking at these flowers right here. And these guys, okay, interesting. Let's see. These guys seem to be done with this patch of flowers and they want to go check out something else. They just came from there, man. They must have forgotten something. So they're actually heading back up here towards Aqua.
Maybe they want the in detail explanation.
Yeah, they're ready. They want to get the info from the guard.
The actual full
Guard guard.
experience of the guided tour. Like, come on.
The bleeds.
I want the
That was my
service I
plan.
didn't pay
was going to
for.
offer them. I was going to offer them to get the guard to give them a tour, but never mind.
It's all right, I got you.
So the guard picks up speed and kind of, he does a little jog over here, seeing that there's several people around here. He catches his breath. So, over here, we have a mixture of lilacs and just goes into a discussion about the flowers that are here. Let's see how long he's going to talk. How long is he? Okay, he's going to talk a little bit. All right. Aqua.
All right. I'm going to have my little guy dash to here.
Oops.
And I'm going to hold an action through him. I can cast a spell. I'm going to cast it through him, and when Joran passes my Inkling, the Inkling is going to touch them and cast invisibility.
Okay.
Am I allowed to do that?
You are.
Okay.
Your Inkling is stealthy, so it depends on if Joran, you don't know if Joran's going to be walking past him directly within 5 feet. Does it have to be within 5? It does. Touch, right?
He has to touch him. So basically, I'm having my Inkling wait there to go.
Right. So
And
if
grab it.
Joran comes within 5 feet, that your Inkling will cast the spell. You've described Joran and everything.
Yeah, and what'll happen is the Inkling will touch him and just pop and not be there anymore
Oh.
when the spell's cast.
Okay. Kipper.
Right. Kipper is obviously he's prone at the moment, so
Sorry.
he spends half of his movement action standing up and wiping gravel from his face,
Or be.
and then he takes a. I've got the ruler equipped. He takes a leisurely stroll, his 15 foot of movement, and he so Maybell is obviously pottering away on the drum, and he just sort of quick walks up behind her, and he says don't worry, about falling over. It's okay. And then he casts guidance, and so he like puts his little like webbed hand on her. How tall is Maybell?
Maybell is 4'9".
Okay, so they're not far off the same height. So yeah, he puts his little hand on her shoulder, and casts guidance. Touch a willing creature. Once before the spell ends, you can add a D4 to an ability check of your choice, either before or after the roll, and that can happen at any time within the next minute. So, so Kipper has given you a D4 to use at some point within the next minute.
Thanks, Kipper. I'm glad you're not hurt. Bad.
And that is Kipper's turn.
Joran now, taking in his surroundings, not seeing anyone in his proximity, he is going to kind of pick up speed, and he's going to move a little bit faster because he feels like he's pretty safe here. And he is going to kind of come across here, and he is going to walk in front of your Inkling.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, you feel the connection between your Inkling disappear, which makes you feel that happened, that action happened that you had told it to do. And Joran's going to keep moving. He can tell he's invisible. He can see he's invisible. So, but the bush, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the bush invisible?
What was that?
Is his costume invisible? Because it does turn
everything he's wearing would be invisible.
Yep. So he's invisible. Okay, well, he's going to make it there. We'll see what he does.
Extra camouflage.
Yeah. Palace guards are fine. They don't see any real disturbances at the moment. Baagsy. And your entourage. You literally have an entourage outside waiting for you, and you made an entourage inside the palace.
Yep, it's about to get better.
Oh no.
So, spotting the two tourists kind of making their way over to the flowers, on the other side. I'm gonna lean over to the guard that I was talking to before, and say, another interesting fact about heists. It often involves more than one person, and they will have decoys around the area. I did, in fact, see this couple and this man. I don't know. I can't do that close. Enter the gardens together and then proceed to act as if they were not here together. I believe they are both in on the same theft. Perhaps you should bring them and question them where we find the bag.
Okay, so who's the person you're saying other than this guy? These guys right here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're having a work day.
Go ahead and give me another
Never coming to the garden party again.
Out of it, because you already kind of you've got these. They trust you weirdly. He's gonna get a roll, but I don't think it's gonna do much. No.
Oh, I mean, I rolled a 19. 24.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is amazing. These poor people are having the worst day ever.
Ruining people's lives. They're probably gonna come.
I'm over here having a good time. I'm getting the guided tour. I'm getting information on the flowers. These people are being framed for theft.
I like to think that they're part of the high society.
Really?
They're just like, it's really gone downhill.
They keep letting in the riffraff. I don't know what their deal is.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the fountain guard's demeanor changes. Wait, you think this is a hoist? You think this is organized? What do you think they're doing? Oh, I need to tell my boss. And
No. You can deal with this. You'll get the promotion. That's how you get the promotion.
Fair point.
He said, go in and inform Aaron Coulter there might be a heist happening in the garden. Yes, and it's his full meeting.
Oops.
I think we just fleeced
No!
Oops.
This fountain guard
God, he runs so fast.
Yeah, he's
Run.
Jesus.
Man.
Actually, no, but he needs to stay there. He says, "Oi, get over here!" And this one's gonna come join too. He says, "You grab one, I'll grab the other." And he kind of like handles the visitor and starts forcefully moving him towards the front. So we'll say that he gets there. Are you gonna resist? This guard moved most of his movement, so I will just say that he like puts his hands on you. That's all he can do.
He's
This
trying to
round.
push me. I'm not involved
Yeah.
in the heist. What? I'm trying to help you guys.
No, you're right. So he's coming up to help. So he'll use his full movement. He's coming up to help. So now there's two of them. Oh no, the other one. Sorry. This guy. He's like, you grab them. We're all going out. We're getting out of here. And so these two are now also the guard holding basically these two arm in arm, like holding these elderly people, moving a little slower because they're a little older and trying to get them out of.
Just a lovely elderly couple framed
the
for
old people.
They should have just
No
taken
one.
the pamphlet.
Can
They should
I,
have just said yes to Kipper.
can I
They
try
brought
and
this on
like
themselves.
signal Sibs and kind of like not gesture my head towards the guard that's running down to the palace guards to see if he can.
You look over to Sibs, and you see him. Oh yeah, you see him. He's doing a really bad job of trying to hide behind the fountain, but the guard that was there has now left. So he's kind of just sitting there, like confused look on his face, like, "Oh, what do I do now?"
You can see smoke coming up behind the fountain because he's still
He's like just down there, like
just standing behind it.
I'm just having a smoke. I need to have my privacy when I smoke.
Yeah. This has worked out so well for him. It's like he planned it, despite all the 2s and 1s he rolled.
All right, Maybell.
Yup.
This is a trip.
All right. So I, with Kipper's guidance,
Kipper's blessings.
yes, the blessings of
Blessings.
Kipper.
Kipper blessings.
So I get up here and I see them escorting the elderly couple out, and I'm like, just kind of look at them, kind of stop patting my drums. It's like, oh, you did something bad, didn't you? To the couple.
Did something.
The guard, as you say that, the guard turns to you and says, not directly to you. He turns to you and he starts to talk to you, but then raises his voice and kind of speaks out towards the guard and says, "All right, everyone, we might be closing early today. Start making your way to the entrance."
Can I just get one quick look? I'm only seeing like the outskirts.
I'm
Oh,
not
the garden?
paid.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
not
you're trying to convince.
the elderly. Like they're really focused on the people they're already dealing with. You know, he kind of looks at you and is like, "I can't right now."
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go see the flowers next turn. Once I can move.
You can still move, I think.
I moved to get to the point where I am now. I could technically move here, but I don't want to.
Mountain guards, because they use their turn kind of with Baagsy, we'll say they don't really. We'll just kind of keep it how it's been going and say that they're making their way towards the entrance. We'll just say they move half, doing a little bit on each turn. Sibs.
Sibs is going to take a cigarette out of his mouth, have a little look around.
It's like no one in there.
See if anyone is observing him.
Like a mouse.
See if he's being observed at all in where he is currently.
There's no one really. No one's looking in your direction. No one you see is.
I'm right next to
Do
the
it,
flowers,
Sibs.
right? That we need to
Do
get.
it, Sibs.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Do it.
I'll just
Do
like,
it.
just
Do
one
it.
claw comes out and just take 3, if I can, like 3 of the flowers and just put them inside my trench coat.
Go ahead and do a sleight of hand, just so we know that you didn't like cut yourself or something crazy.
That's a good point. All right.
Shoot, I forgot to give you bardic
It's above-
inspiration. My bad.
It's better than my usual rolls. It's 11 on the dice, which is 16.
16.
Yay!
Very
Did it.
All the motions,
Done it.
everything going on, you are able to get. We'll say The first one you kind of crush. You don't realize how delicate these flowers are. So you get it cut, but as you're trying to like tuck it away, it kind of gets crushed. But you have two that you managed to find a way to like get it in your coat in a way where it didn't really crush the petals. So you have two intact golden roses on you.
And well, I'm going to obviously follow the instructions of the guard, which I respect highly, and will start making my way out.
Extract.
And be like, Eagle has flown coop to Maybell.
The what?
She's like looking around for an actual eagle.
We go.
No, I'm
go.
a sheep.
Let's
I'm
go
a sheep.
right now.
We go.
No, but I thought I was supposed to do the running thing, and
Like, come on, we go.
Just like picks her up and walks off.
wait.
All right. The tourists have heard. Okay, but this is the freaking teenage angst guy, so he's walking. He actually is going to stop and still look at flowers. He's not really listening. This one turns around and starts making his way. He's not running, but he's
Oh my God,
going over
that's
to the guard.
You can't tell me what to do. You know me really dead.
Oh, well, you're a guard, so if you need us to, we'll leave. And they're kind of just waiting on the other garden guards. What's their turn next, which is nice. So where's my other? This garden guard runs in to the palace.
Oh, jeez.
This garden guard says, yeah, we better listen to him. You know, things around here can go south in an instant, so it's for your own safety. Let's go out there, and then hopefully we can let you back in just a little bit. So he's going to start ushering you guys that direction. Aqua.
Yeah. Am I being ushered as well?
Yeah, I mean, he's not pushing you, but he's kind of like he's
Gently
leading you
guiding
guys.
me.
He's trying to lead you guys out the door. If you guys don't follow, he might stop and wait for you.
I mean, you weren't even done with your whole like informational spiel that you were giving. Are you sure that we can't finish that up at the very least?
I'll let you roll it. It'll be at disadvantage if he's going to give orders, but I'll let you roll it. Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. My cute and cuddly gives me a whatchamacallit.
Every day you give an otter a guided tour of a garden.
That, and it's like, they're with a guard. What are they gonna do?
True.
I'm with you. I'm not gonna do anything. All right, disadvantage, persuasion. 14 at disadvantage.
He says, "Well, it's not. This is more for your safety. We don't want anything to happen to you. We don't know what the situation is yet." But he looks around. He says, "Well, I don't see any real danger. I'll give you quick lowdowns. We'll cut down he's going to take one round for you about. He's just spouting off information, kind of quickly,
The bullet points.
Yeah. I'm gonna be very, very interested and very freaking invested in what he's saying as he's saying it.
You can tell perhaps that one has to really take an interest in the flowers in order to get through the day. It seems like he this is a hobby because he'd be super bored if he didn't at least enjoy looking at the flowers.
Yeah. And bonus action, I'm gonna give Sibs my last bardic inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
You're just
Alright.
gonna scream out that you love flowers.
I love flowers so much. I'm so glad I came today.
Well, Kipper's hearing that it's time to clear out, and Kipper, being a good boy, is like, I mean, he did tell us to go. So Kipper is going to be wandering. So Kipper gets to say sort of about here, at which point now he's got line of sight with Sibs and Maybell. Can he can he get some kind of meaningful look? Yeah, Sibs is kind of giving the
Again, free
nod to
action.
the door.
He gives you a nod. Yeah, he gives you a nod.
So Kipper does I can guarantee you've never seen a fish wink, but it will haunt you for the rest of your life. So Kipper gives this like dead-eyed wink and then starts striding towards the exit.
Lynch quote, I will haunt
Triumphantly
you.
tucking his pamphlets back in his satchel.
Very good. Very good.
That was awful.
Oh
Joran.
no.
Joran. No, he's not. He's successful, and he's been successful because he's not dumb. He's smart enough to realize where the situation has gone. He's invisible, so he's actually going to shed his costume. He's going to lose his beautiful, precious, awesome costume.
No.
But it's worth it in this moment.
Bust.
He puts the one flower, and he's going to move. He's going to dash invisibly. Say right about here. So he's trying not to leave prints. He's very sneaky. He's done this kind of stuff before. He's just trying to get out now. Hopefully before the entrance gets crowded and difficult to get through.
Yeah.
So we'll say that is his turn. The palace guards. You see the garden card emerges pretty much in an escort
Oh, Jesus.
of palace guards. They split up and start fanning out. So this guy is going this direction. You got two going off this direction. You got two going off this direction. And you've got three kind of now coming up with this guard. Really doing a sweep. And this, we'll keep going. We'll probably have to do one more round. We'll do one more round, but it's definitely. We'll see what happens. Okay,
Cool.
Baagsy.
Can I tell, did I hear Jaren run past me? Because he did run, right past
Give me a perception check. Yeah, give me a perception check. At disadvantage because invisibility.
Okay. I rolled 2 13s, so.
Oh, nice.
But perception is 1, so 14. Probably not.
You did hear it's loud. There's still plenty of commotion. Visitors are complaining a little. Obviously these two visitors being escorted by the fountain guard. I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. I don't know. But you do hear it. You look down and the padded kind of stone here and stone and dirt. Tracks don't really leave easily, but you do see the little kind of kicks up of sand as seems like it's being disrupted as he's kind of going past.
Well, in that case, 15, 20. Okay, I'm gonna move. 20, 30. I'm gonna kind of take the dash action to be up by the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna wait for everyone in our party to leave.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do something when they leave.
And then all the sheep come
I
in.
can't wait. Maybell, you're up.
PTSD.
So I'm a little bit confused. I am actually sad because I haven't seen the golden flowers, but I do start very slowly making my way to the exit. Very sad and forlorn. My drum is silent. The jingles are sad.
Oh no.
Bonus action to jingle my sad jingle. Fountain guards are going to make it all the way out with their visitors. Not the elderly. I will say the ones with the elderly couple is a little bit behind. That's just the fountain guard. Nope, that's good. Sibs.
Because being a Lupinal, I can drop onto all fours. And then my speed increases to 50 feet.
Bye.
So I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna run on out of there. I think 50 feet.
Coat is trailing behind, just flapping as you dash on out of there.
Dash out there. Hat immaculate, still smoking. And get outside and be like, come on, we must leave. Come on,
Like a happy
show's
dog.
over, everyone.
Show's
Only one
over.
show over.
All right. the visitors.
That's it.
Seeing the palace guards now coming out, these visitors get the clue. They're making they're not gonna mess with this. So we'll say they move quickly. Up.
Take that, you rebel.
Although these visitors are still, they're with the guard. They feel like they're okay. This turn, we'll say at the end of this turn, the garden guard finishes up. He says, "Okay, that's all I can do for you. But hopefully we can get you back in here once they do a sweep. But we got to be done for now." And he starts escorting you. Do y'all resist?
No.
So he's not pushing you. He's just kind of walking with this couple, and they only walk alone.
Yeah,
Aqua,
he's expecting me to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go along with him. I'll probably walk a little bit brisker, so I don't want to go through it because that'll maybe make him mad. 10.
There's little signs everywhere in different languages that say "Don't step on the flowers."
Don't step on the flower. Yeah. 30. So I'll walk and I'll get to about here-ish. Kind of just walking briskly, and I'll as I'm passing the guard, I'll be like, "Thank you, that was so informative. I really appreciate it." And I just kind of go ham and flatter him, just kind of talk him up, be like, "Oh, I felt really safe with you. I felt like you had everything handled and under control."
Well, ma'am, if you can, there's a questionnaire at the entrance. You can fill out a comment card and say,
I'm totally filling out comment cards.
What's your name so I can put that on there, so I can recommend you?
Alderson.
Got it.
Thank you. I'm due for a promotion any day now, so hopefully this puts me over the edge.
I hope it does. You deserve it.
I appreciate it. I'm here all the time. Come back, please.
Of course. I'd love to come back.
All right, Kipper.
Kipper is going to use... he will be dashing for the exit effectively, but he is going to move halfway, which is about here. Here. Now, obviously, he's seen Maybell suddenly making her way to the door, and Kipper just sidles up next to her on his way out, and he gives her a big smile, and he says, "Worst things happen at sea." And then he uses the rest of his action to head out the gate to sweet freedom.
Worst things happen at sea.
Does that cheer you up, Maybell?
No. It makes me really sad. In case there are any, sea sheep that I'm not aware of.
Sea cows and sea pigs, sea sheep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and, for now, get out of rotation and say that you guys are filtering your way through the entrance to the Imperial Garden. And the guard goes through with the couple, and as Maybell and Aqua are kind of going, and Sibs, as you guys are, or Sibs already out, sorry, Maybell and Aqua, as you guys are going through, you feel something kind of push past you. But you're pretty sure that is Joran now using you guys kind of to get out of the area. So before y'all head off, so you notice that out front there is a contingent of fountain guards that are there, questioning both those sets of visitors, questioning some of the other visitors, but no one so far has approached you guys for any questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, Baagsy, there was one more thing you wanted to do.
Yeah. I'm going to presume my sheep brothers are all in their given hiding places around the outside of the garden. And as he walks away
Maybell out, I'm in danger.
No, I'm out.
As he walks out of the garden gates, he flicks his cigar that he started smoking towards the end onto the pavement and just says, "Get 'em, boys." And they all pop out of their hiding places and go to storm the garden gate.
Well, they would have if some concerned citizens didn't report to the Sun Guard within the Imperial District. They got escorted out of the gate. They are not.
Wow.
It's a solid guess, but yeah, they didn't quite.
Meet that DC.
They weren't able to maintain inconspicuous enough for that to happen.
Like they got distracted the whole time. They're like, "Oh man, a snack! Oh wait, the snack though."
And he does
So
nothing.
you're able to walk. You guys are able to walk back. You start walking down the district, and phew, all of a sudden you notice that Jordan is walking beside you, and he looks sad. He's holding the golden rose, and he looks sad, and he said, "Well, it's gonna take me a while to remake that costume. I liked that one."
Oh, sorry, bud.
But he looks at you guys and says, "But drinks on me down at the bone pit. That we got it. I got it. We're good. Thank you guys. This will help my reputation and help me get some future jobs around here."
Happy to help.
Maybell sidles over. Can I see it?
It's been an absolute
Oh,
pleasure.
she didn't even get to see it.
He
No,
does
I
walk
didn't
up
get
to
to
you.
see any of the golden roses.
And you can tell that because you saw some of the other flowers in the garden, these are definitely reason to be prized. They are nearly pristine, very soft, very fragrant. Their fragrance has citrus to it, so it's got the typical rose smell, but there's like a citrus kind of behind it. Very, very just beautiful and pristine and flawless in these flowers. And yeah, very vibrant. The color is not muted. It's very almost like a neon gold
I
petals.
worked really hard to get that golden watering can.
Yeah, it's all of my Animal Crossing dreams made real.
We're all just playing Animal Crossing, aren't we?
When just as we're walking back to the tavern, Sibs will kind of sidle up to Joran and be like, "So, what is deal with flowers? Are they valuable or what is?"
No, this girl thought, you know how it is. I don't know if you know, but from what I gather, being a attractive female server in a place like this, you're gonna get attention. And there's some rich dicks up there that'll really throw their money around trying to impress the ladies. So I bet this trick of saying you got to get me a golden rose works on plenty of unsuitable suitors. This one, though, man, this one put down the money to try to get it done. The real question will be, what'll happen when he presents this to her?
Out of our
He
hands
maybe
now.
would pay a little extra for if he were to be given more than one.
You know, it's worth a try. You never know these fancy high up people that sometimes they put value in things that people like you and I don't understand.
Let's just say
It's worth an ask. Did you get one?
No.
I know a guy.
know a guy.
Well, yeah, you know me, and I have one.
I know another guy.
Well, that could have been information we used earlier, but
Oh, honey.
I'll tell you what. I'll come find you if he's looking for another one. How about that? And you can even take the entire pot of gold.
Sounds good.
So you guys enjoy rounds with Joran and Bone Sun in the Bone Pit, getting your 50 gold each, right? No, it's 350. There's only
350
570.
divided by
70.
Why did I do a 70 gold each? Okay, cool. I did that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really scene. That's all I got.
Amazing.
for
Yay!
today.
Fantastic.
Nice.
I had a great time.
I told you,
Kipper had a
always
great time.
That was
Loved it.
Great fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice
glad,
one.
yeah.
Thanks, Colin.
Are we the
Definitely very
baddies?
cool.
We just went to a garden party and stole things.
Again, it's
Ow.
amazing. It's amazing. You can be as subtle as you can as a DM to say, don't do anything outrageous, but everyone does outrageous. It's always outrageous. No one's like, I'm just going to sing and see if I get a crowd. No, that never happens. It's always, I'm going to punch my other party member in.
Yeah.
How many people are distracted by that?
Yeah. Well,
I like
well,
how our. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Over to you.
I was just about to say, I like how we all had like vastly different plans, but they all somehow worked
They all came together.
in our weird, like, patchworky way.
Yeah.
You can imagine balancing something like this is very difficult, especially when, like, you know, Kipper, for a while, some of you for a while weren't even around NPC. Like, I roll randomly to see where the NPCs go, the visitors. And so that gives us the good bit of chance. But, man, Aqua really saved the day, because that one guard coming towards Jordan, he would have just froze. He would have froze, they would have gotten close, they would have gotten to make the roll. They get better rolls as they get closer. That could have been it right there. Aqua, you got that one.
I'm coming in clutch.
I play a bard, and I play it well.
Nice. Yeah, good hustle, guys. Good hustle.
Our first ever collab stream. First time playing with you guys. Great experience for me.
It was,
I don't know how you guys had it.
I had fun.
Excellent.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's really good. I want to. I want to do more now.
Can I do my one plug and say there's a lot more of this content with this world of Solon. FamilyFantasyRPG.com, Instagram Family's Fantasy. I've got a link tree there. Right now, we have one PDF out that has this. It has this module and 5 more NPC-based modules. There's another one coming out very soon. And by the end of this Kickstarter project that we're doing, we're going to have 3 PDFs with a total of 18 quest modules spanning from levels 1 to 10 in this setting, in this world.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Colin, thank you so
Love
much.
it.
It was great fun. And
was
as you said, guys, go check that out. And also a big plug to all of you guys and your businesses as well, like your D&D and other role-playing games, themed stuff. But feel free, the floor's yours. Plug away.
DungeonMastersWorkshop.com. Mainly, I'm on Instagram at Dungeon Masters Workshop. Come and look at all the dumb things I draw. I'll put Kipper on there. I have artwork for Kipper, obviously, so I'll make a little NPC card, and then you can put Kipper in your game.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Drop
Everyone needs Kipper
one.
in their lives.
You need to drop one pamphlet of Dagon, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
please.
I can do that. Do it as a
We
handout.
need at least one, yeah.
The abyssal one, preferably.
Yeah, this is-
Yeah.
The original Abyssal.
That one.
Yeah.
It's got like a smiley face over the worst part, like the abyssal face or something, and it's like this little like icon smiley face.
Kai with Mad Hat's Cats.
Yeah, mostly on Instagram. I do dice bags and digital art. Come see what I have planned.
Aqua Otter illustrations on Instagram as well. It's _aqua.otter_. I'll be posting Aqua's art today.
Yay! More of the group. Yes, get the art out there. Kerry, Tabletop Crafter.
Yeah, it's just Tabletop Crafter on Instagram, on Etsy as well. Like that's the place to go if you actually want to get stuff. I do also have a Patreon, actually, as does, I know, Dungeon Masters Workshop, as we have sort of teamed up together and have a little
cross
collab going on there.
Sweet.
And if you want to watch me ruin more NPCs' lives, you can see me play every Tuesday on Roll for Mischief on Twitch. It's all one word. Go on, follow them after this if you want.
Oh yeah, I'll have to make sure I'll update our Twitch so that we host you guys because we don't stream on Tuesdays anyway, so that'd be good to then like share your stuff as well.
Thank you.
Before you close us out, can I do one more thing?
Go for it.
Okay, I need to give some final shout outs for people who did content for this.
Yeah, do it.
The Doran and Bone Sun, the illustrations for those were done by Art Loves Paper. This map was made by the Golden Wife on Instagram. She also has YouTube where she gives instructional videos on how to make maps. And that for this, I believe, is all I have. Incarnate and Dungeon Draft. Yeah.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you so
Oh
much.
yeah. Incarnate is excellent for the big
Yes.
maps. Yeah.
It's where we
Good
made
times.
the map for our main campaign here on Twitch. So I should say, guys, fantastic first collab done and dusted. I can't wait to the next project I work with you guys on. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, to you at home who've been watching, or wherever you are where you've been watching this, being safe and well, I hope. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. And if you like what you see here, we stream here on Slice and Dice every Monday with our live stream. Our campaign's now into the 50s. We've been going for over a year, but things are getting very interesting. So come join, find out what's happening next in that adventure. There's loads of details on the Twitch page about that as well. And we've got a new campaign that started a couple of weeks ago on YouTube, which is released fortnightly. It's released on Fridays fortnightly, so go and check that out as well. And like I said, thank you so much for the support, and hopefully see you all again soon. Until next time, everyone, stay safe. Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys. Take care. Stay safe.